How's it going, everybody? I, of course, am Dr. Lay, and we've got some more hockey for you as the United States of America taking on Sweden in the 2026 Winter Olympic quarterfinal. Again, good to see you guys. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. And again, hopefully we have a pretty cool and great game for you guys. I'm going to have a little bit of different, again, it's going to be like last night, kind of like this. Trying this out. Again, have that custom scoreboard for you guys. But, of course, I can show you what the bracket looks like. Again, how it's kind of shaped out so far. Slovakia, again, over Germany earlier, 6-2. Finland just beat Switzerland 3-2 in overtime. Canada had a scare earlier. Almost losing to Czechia, but were able to come back and then, of course, win it in overtime 4-3. And, of course, the final game of the quarterfinals, United States and Sweden. That is about to happen, of course, right before your very eyes. Or maybe at least I'm going to happen before your very eyes. And then I'll be watching it and letting you guys know. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Good to see you. Robert, Orville, Michael. Again, thank you guys all for tuning in. Harvey, DJ, George. Again, thank you as always for tuning in. And again, we're just kind of exploring on, how to change things up on the channel. And again, hopefully it's for the better. But yeah, again, we got a custom scoreboard. Did edit some things on it, so it'll be a little bit different for tonight's game. But couldn't quite save it in time for this one. But it is what it is. United States going to be wearing all blue. They're going to be in their blue unis, blue jersey, blue pants. Sweden in yellow jersey and black pants. Looking like the Steelers. Looking like the Steelers out there, kind of. Not really, but colors anyway. Colors are very similar. I believe I saw Hellebuck's going to be in goal for the United States. Not sure on who's in goal for Sweden. Again, as soon as I find out, I'll be sure to relay that information to you as soon as possible. Again, appreciate you, Orville, for tuning in. Hopefully, again, all is well with you. You work those long shifts. Eichel at center ice for the United States. Face-off is won by the United States. This is Hughes. Hughes passes down in the corner and is going to go all the way to the Sweden goalie Markstrom. Markstrom in goal for Sweden, as that's already deflected out of play with 19:50 to go in the first. So 10 seconds in, we already have a stoppage as they highlight McAvoy again. All these United States players, again, probably were looking into that Canadian match earlier. I'm sure they were. And of course, you got to keep your eyes on the prize, but, Canada having a scare earlier. Shocking, again. Everybody. Sweden winning the face-off here down to the near corner. Sweden taking it up the ice, sending it to the far side, crossing mid-ice. Says he's at the far circle, skating around the goal. He passes it backwards, but no one's there except for the United States. Kachik sends it up. That is connecting on a pass to the other Kachik. Kachik going to give it up. Sweden now with it. Looks like there's a loose stick on the ice. A broken stick on the ice. Sweden now with it in their own end. Sending it down to the near side. Sending it to the far side. At the far wall. Crossing the middle. And is going to be intercepted. Intercepted by Matthews. Matthews sending it up the ice. Sending it around to the far corner. Now to the near corner. Connecting on a pass there. And given up. Sweden now with it on the near side. Crossing center ice. And going to be poked away by the United States. Slavin in behind the goalie. And connected back with Sweden. Sweden now with it in the near corner. Letting it go to the far corner. Sweden now working to the near corner on the far side. Sends a shot. It's going to be a little bit wide. Sweden now going to have to chase it as the puck glides into the end. Their own end. Markstrom going to come out and pass it off there to Forsling. Forsling now with it, sending it cross center ice, but no one's really there. Now the United States getting to it, but he takes a big hit. His helmet actually came off, as now the United States gliding down. This is Werenski. Werenski passing it up the ice, but Sweden all over it. Sweden now taking a shot. Werenski back with it at the far circle. Sends a pass inside. No one's there. Hughes trying to whack it three. Another shot's going to be wide, connecting on the far corner. United States with it. Sends it inside. Deflected away. I believe that was the first shot of the game on goal. Hughes passing it outside to Keller. Keller looking around back to Werenski. Werenski back over to Hughes on the near side. Hughes skating around at the blue line. Sends a shot, and it's going a little bit wide as Sweden trying to hustle and get it back. Ekman passes it up the ice, but he takes a big hit. As now the United States with it. Hughes on the near side. Hughes looking around. Has Werenski open, but he says, no, I'm good. He sends it up the ice where it deflects into the far corner. Markstrom going to come out and send it out to the United States. United States now with it on the far side, skating around, trying to find somebody, and has it taken away. Sanderson with it. Sanderson to the near side, and he sends it to the near corner. Just mean the boys look a little bit slow. They look fine, I think. I don't know. You might be right, though. I've actually only been able to catch one of the United States men's matches so far. Sweden now with it on the near side, sending it to the far circle. No one's there. Now Sweden will take it. Sweden now with it on the far side, deflected away. Deflected away. United States now giving it up again. On the near side is Sweden. Sweden sending it behind the goalie. Not even close. United States now with it as he's crossing center ice. This is Eichel. Eichel sending it inside, sends a shot and goal, and it's going to be saved with 16:39 to go in the first period. That's now 2 shots for the United States, 0 for Sweden. Looks like there was a penalty. So slashing for Sweden. So the United States will have an advantage here, at least a chance to head up. Again, they'll be up a man. Might as well go up on the scoreboard. Again, 0-0 is your score with 16:39 to go in the first period. So actually 3 shots on goal for the United States. No shots for Sweden. Matthews with the face-off. Won by Sweden, though. Sweden now with it, sending it down to the far side, but the United States intercepting it, sending it behind the goalie. Connecting on the near side, Hughes. Hughes sends it up. Hughes with it again. Hughes sending it back to Eichel. Eichel now on the near circle, skating around, sends it far side. It's going to be deflected away. As here is Eichel. Eichel sending it inside, sends a shot, and it's deflected wide. Here is Sweden. Sweden sending it up as it deflects all the way into the United States end. He's going to hand it off to Hughes. Hughes down the far side. Again, 1:25 left on the power play. 16 minutes to go in the first period. Here's to Matthews. Matthews to Kachik. Kachik looking around, sends it back to Hughes. Hughes at the blue line, sending it to the far circle. Sends it inside, and it's deflected away by Sweden. Sweden going to make him start over. 1:10 left to go on the power play. 15:45 left to go on, in the first period. Again, plenty of time. Here's, of course, this is Hughes. Hughes sending it inside, and it's deflected away. Gunsel coming in there, and he couldn't quite take advantage, as Sweden just going to send it all the way back. Here is Werenski. Werenski sending it to the far side. This is Gunsel. Gunsel sending it to the near side. Sends a shot inside. It's going to be deflected away. Shot was by Kachik, Brady Kachik. But again, a good save by Sweden. 15 minutes ago here in the first period. 5 shots for the United States. But again, 0-0. 20 seconds left in the power play. Sending it to the near side. This is Hughes. Hughes skating around everybody. Sends a shot just wide. Very impressive by Hughes, as that is sent way out of play. Not quite to the nosebleeds, but man, that was just whacked all the way. So I believe that's going to be a commercial break, maybe? No, shouldn't be. They don't really do as often commercial breaks there in, for the Olympics. Do a really good job. I don't know about that, but I appreciate it, though. I don't know about hockey play-by-play. I don't know if I'm a... When it comes to football, I'll kind of agree. I'm like, okay, yeah, no, that's my thing. But hockey, I don't know, I'm still learning it. Appreciate it, though. Hughes down to the near side, sending it to the blue line. Sends a shot. It's snared out of the air with 6 seconds left to go. In the power play, 14:44, of course, in the first period. Werenski with the shot. Yeah, I'm still, again, learning the names of the players. Nice catch. Miller was in around the goalie area, but wasn't able to poke it loose. Nelson with the face-off, but does lose, as Sweden just sending it to the far end. Looks like it's going to be a power play kill. So again, 6 shots for the United States, no shots for Sweden. 0-0 is your score. Hughes bring it up the ice as he sends it, and it's tipped away. Sweden now with it, crossing center ice. but it's intercepted by the United States. I believe that was Eichel with it, but Sweden now all over it. As Hughes sends it back to the United States, but it's, or pardon me, to Sweden. Sweden now with it, racing down the near side of the near circle, sends it inside, it's deflected away. Sweden now with it on the far side, poked away as Hughes wins it. Hughes to Miller. Miller looking around, trying to find someone, and he just flicks it up ahead. 14 minutes to go here in the first. Again, 0-0 is your score. Sweden now with it, crossing center ice, crossing the blue line, sends it off to the far side, far circle, circle it around the goalie, now the near circle, and he sends a shot inside, it's deflected away. I believe that's the first shot on goal for Sweden, as now here's an opportunity for the United States, down the near side, 2-on-2, but he takes a big hit. That was Thompson. Here's Keller. Keller gives it up. Now it's Sweden. Sweden now with it, crossing center ice, 13:30 to go in the first, as he sends it behind the goalie to Hellebuck. Hellebuck with a heck of a job coming out. He sends it to Thompson. Thompson flicking it up in the air to Keller, but Keller not able to get there in time. Sweden now with it down the near side. He cuts inside, sends a shot wide. Sweden now with it again. Here is Larson. Larson sends it behind the goalie, but it looks like McAvoy in on the defense. Oh, taken away by Sweden. This is Raquel. Raquel sends it to far circle, deflected away by Hellebuck. Another shot, and that one going to be a little bit wide. Sweden now with it again on the near side. He sends it inside. Shot is wide. Sweden with a barrage of shots, but not too many on target. But again, pretty good there by Sweden. Sweden now with it, going to regroup in their own end. He sends it to the far side, 12:35 to go here in the first. Again, 0-0 your score. United States now with it as they take it back, sending it to the far side. Sending it all the way to the Sweden end. I believe it was deflected away. Sweden now with it on the far circle, sending it to the near circle. Sending it now all the way to the USA end. Hellebuck's going to hand it off, I believe, to Hannafin. I believe that's Hannafin. Hannafin now losing control. Hannafin regaining control, but then giving it up again. Sweden now with it, sending it to the far board, but don't know what was happening there. United States now with it in the far corner, now taken away by Sweden. Sweden now reclaiming possession, crossing center ice. Now at the blue line, far wall, skating behind the goalie, takes a big hit by McAvoy. McAvoy against Wenberg against the board. Sweden still with it, though, at the blue line. Now to the near side, sends a shot, deflected away. United States with it. This is Kachik. Kachik sending it up to Eichel. Eichel, though, didn't know where it was, and it's taken away by Sweden. Sweden now sending it to the near corner, all the way to the far corner. As McAvoy trying to poke it loose, he does to Hughes. Hughes now over to Kachik, Brady Kachik. Hughes just kind of chilling at near circle. Again, 11:20 to go. 0-0 your score. Again, 6 shots on goal for the United States, 4 for Sweden. As the United States just kind of sending it down to the Swedish goalie. He's going to hand it off on the far side, sending it up the ice, crossing center ice. He's trying to get through everybody, but cannot. United States now with it, sending behind. Oh, intercepted by Sweden. Sweden now with it behind the goalie. Trying to get it out of there. Faber on the defense, sending it to the near side. Sending it to the far side. Far circle shot is deflected away. Almost an opportunity. Sweden was closing in on the goalie there. Now the United States with a chance, but it is given up. USA can't break through at the moment. Sweden now on the near side. He sends a shot, and it's deflected away. This is Jack Hughes. Hughes intercepted, and Sweden poked away in the near corner. Sending it around the goalie, but the United States all over it. Sanderson trying to fight for it, but then Sweden winning it back. Sweden really with a lot of effort. You got to admire the effort Sweden they are making the United States work for whatever they've had. Sanderson to Hughes. Hughes flicks it up ahead, but then it's intercepted by Sweden. 10 minutes go here in the first, 6 shots apiece. Started off 5 shots to nothing for the United States, but Sweden with the barrage of shots as of late. As now the United States with it, crossing center ice. This is Larkin. Larkin sends a shot, and it's snared into the air with 9:49. Some little pushing and shoving. Don't know why, but there was. So 9:49 left to go. United States, Sweden tied at 0 apiece. United States with 7 shots on goal. Sweden with 6. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, that's what I do, folks. I call games. So again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure again to like and subscribe. I'll be doing some basketball tonight. Hopefully that's a good game. Kansas and Oklahoma State. That one again is going to be a later, pretty late match. To be honest with you, it's going to be at like 9 Eastern time, 8 Central. Got to watch Slapshot. Paul Newman. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. I'm just not really. I don't really watch many movies anymore. Just don't really. But appreciate you again, Orville, for tuning in and chatting and keeping me company. I try to do a best I can here. But yeah, no, I don't know. We'll see. Slapshot. But I think the only hockey movie I've seen is The Tooth Fairy, and that was The Rock. And I don't know if you can really count it as a hockey movie. Pretty sure that makes hockey fans pretty upset. Like this guy. It's crude but hilarious. Okay. All right, that's fair. I don't know. We'll see. My pleasure. All right, again, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Again, we're just in the off season. That's how I see this off season. Just trying to figure out what works, what doesn't, But kind of waiting for baseball. Baseball's nice to call in the off season, of course, for football. All right, we're back here again. 0-0 your score. 9:49 left to go in the first. 7 shots for the United States. 6 for Sweden. United States, again, started off really well, but as of late, the last, I would say, 4 or 5 minutes, Sweden has been kind of dominating. But, of course, again, 0-0 doesn't really, not a big deal. You love baseball? Oh, yeah, no, I like baseball. Ready for it. Excited, cautious, with the Pirates, of course, but, we'll see. We'll see how they do. Thinking they'll be okay, but you never know. I've had that feeling the last few years. Face-off won by the United States. Hughes with it at the blue line, sending it to the far side. This is McAvoy. McAvoy sending it to near circle. Shot is deflected and saved, actually. Oh, what a catch. I didn't think he was going to make the catch. I thought it was going to be deflected. But no, what a save. 9:39 left to go. Man, oh my gosh, this guy at the near post, arm extending to the far post. How long are his arms? Unbelievable save by Markstrom. Face-off won by Sweden in the near corner, of course, of their own side. He's sending it up the ice, sending it to the far side, deflected away by the United States, but won back by Sweden. Sweden now flicking it ahead to the far side as United States trying to get rid of it. They do. This is Eichel. Eichel with it. He sends it to the far side. That is Kachuk. Kachuk to Hughes. Hughes' shot is deflected off. Hughes racing to the end, but is not going to be able to get there as Sweden now racing down left to right. Crossing center ice, it's a 1-on-4, sends a shot anyway. That is deflected wide. He sends it to the, and that is a huge hit from McAvoy. McAvoy on Erickson. And looks like they're going to whistle it dead for a offsides with 8:58 left to go in the first. So yeah, an offside there for the United States. 8 shots by the United States, 7 by Sweden. What a say! I know, that was amazing, honestly. Like this guy, full extension with his left arm. That his elbow or his shoulder, pardon me, had to come out of kind of a socket there. There's no way. Second to football. Oh yeah, no, football is king. Always. Well, I'm assuming. Are you a Royals fan? I can't remember. I know you're, of course, a Chiefs fan, but I don't know. Does that mean you're Royals or you Cardinals? Not too sure. All right, face-off won by the United States. This is Slavin. Slavin losing it, though, as that's deflected. And going to land on the far wall. He sends it behind the goalie. 2 Swedish players there. One of them will take it. Faber trying to muscle away the puck. Cannot, though. Sweden with it in the near corner. He sends it behind the goalie. Intercepted. United States with it, but they just send it to the Swedish end. And I believe that's going to be an icing with 8:33 left to go in the first. Yankees. Oh, that's right. The Yankees. Yeah, you've mentioned that before. Yeah. Chiefs and Yankees. That is quite the combination. Man, are you also Lakers and Celtics in basketball? I'm just... Oh, man. All right, face-off won by the United States. United States now with it on the near side as he sends it up. And I believe Slavin with an opportunity sends it inside. And no shots, no cigar there for the United States. Now Sweden with a 3-on-2. 3-on-2 for Sweden on the far side. Now the United States making it a 3-on-3 as he sends it behind the goalie. Sweden not able to really take advantage. Still having the puck, though, at the near blue line. He's skating around. He sends it inside, and it's deflected by the United States as they will send it to the near end. And I believe no icing there. 7:54 left to go here. 8 shots for the United States on goal. 7 for Sweden. Of course, 0-0 is your score. Sanderson sending to the far side. Now sending it to Larkin, but Larkin unable to get there. Taken away, though, by, I believe, Sanderson. Sanderson racing down, doing all the work himself to the near corner. He sends it back to well, it's a different player now. Doesn't matter. Sanderson back within the near corner. He sends it to the far corner, taken away by Sweden. That is deflected in the air. Sanderson now with it. This is Thompson. Thompson trying to find something and cannot. Sweden now with it on the near wall, taken away by Sweden. Sweden now sending it to the far circle of their own end as they cross the blue line. Now crossing center ice, trying to get through everybody, cannot. United States now with it again. Another line change for the United States. 7 minutes to go. As now there's an opportunity for Sweden. Shot is going to be saved by Hellebuck as he just downs it. Again, Sweden not exactly backing down. Again, 8 shots apiece for these two teams. And, man, yeah, no, Sweden looking pretty good. Grandfather taught me how to play baseball, made sure I made practices, and he was a Yankees fan. So I continued, okay, gotcha. You can't stand NBA, okay. Yeah, no, me neither. So that's, yeah. We're definitely in agreement there. Used to, though. I really did enjoy it when I was growing up. Again, I know it wasn't the glory days or anything like that, but I still got to watch some pretty good basketball in the 2000s, mid to late 2000s, early 2010s. I mean, give or take, it was still all right, but yeah. USA is sluggish today. I mean, they came to play. They came to play. I mean, I don't know if the United States just saw the Canada thing and were like, well, it can't happen to us, but man, I mean, you gotta be careful. Because any given day, you never know. If you're not on your A game, the other guy might be. Again, a brief stoppage of play here. 6:55 to go. Again, 0-0 is your score. Again, 8 shots on goal apiece. Loved watching Jordan and Bird play. Never got to see them play. But I don't know. I just really enjoyed basketball, though, back then. But again, I like college. College basketball is great. It's not, the best, but it's much better than the NBA now. I mean, they still play defense in college. It's still very intense. It's very intense. Again, still, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know how long this break is. They didn't cut to commercial. They just stayed on the broadcast. But looks like we are working our way back. Again, it was a save by the United States, so a face-off going to be happening on the near side of the United States end. Again, USA going right to left, Sweden left to right. As face-off won by the United States. McAvoy to Hughes. Hughes now with it on the far side. He's trying to get rid of it. Sweden all over him. He's trying to poke it loose. No one's helping. Now he does to the near side, sending it to the far side, where it's intercepted by Sweden. Sweden now with it on the near wall. He flicks it ahead, and it's going to be taken by Hellebuck. He just sends it out to the far side. Taken away by, United States with it now. This is, actually couldn't tell you. That was Nelson. Nelson to Hughes. Hughes off the post! Off the post. And now a bad, or maybe not a good communication there. Sweden intercepting a pass. And a big hit on the wall. Oh my goodness. These guys getting physical. 6:10 left to go in the first. 8-8 again on the shots. But 0-0, of course, on the scoreboard. United States sending it down to the far side, connecting on the near side for Sweden. Sweden now with it on the far side of their own end. Sending it up the ice, intercepted by the United States. He whacks it free and sends it to the near corner. Sweden now with it, sending it to the far side. Crossing center, well, maybe not. Now he does. But now taken back by the United States. This is Kachik. Kachik to the far side. Sending it to the near side. Hannafin trying to get the puck and comes loose a little bit. Kachik sending in the far corner where it's going to go all the way to Faber in the United States end. Again, 5:30 to go here in the first. 0-0 is your score. Kachik sends it up and it's deflected away by Sweden. Sweden now with it on the far circle after, again, a few collisions. Sweden crossing center ice. He's looking far circle and is going to just settle behind the goalie. Now sends it around, so gets it right back for far circle. Sends it around the goalie, connecting with Raquel. Raquel to Patterson. Patterson to the far side, far blue line. Back over to Patterson. Patterson looking around. And he's on the ground still with the stick. Still with possession, now sending it back to the blue line. Sent the shot, and that's just wide. Forsling with it for Sweden. Sweden sending it behind the goalie. Intercepted by Sanderson. Sanderson now racing down the ice. He's cutting and making a few guys miss. Pass just can't connect. As Sweden with it again. 4:30 to go in the first. 0-0 is your score. All right, Sweden now taking it down the ice, taking it out on the far side, and they have it behind the goalie, sending it behind, but it's deflected away by the United States. Intercepted again by Sweden at the blue line, flicks it ahead to the near corner. No one has it. Now it's just by itself. Hughes now does get the loose puck, sending it to Thompson. Thompson to the near side. This is Keller. Keller with it, crossing the blue line, crossing center ice, sends a shot well behind. Now to, I actually didn't see who that was. But I can tell you this, Thompson with it in the far corner. He's trying to find someone, flicks it behind. Keller trying to race to it. Keller back over to McAvoy, to Hughes. Quinn Hughes, that is. Intercepted by Sweden. Sweden now has a pass intercepted by Thompson. But Sweden winning it back. Sweden now in the near circle of their own end. As he sends it, connects on a pass. Crossing center ice. He sends it behind. Hellebuck intercepts it. He sends it out. This is Slavin to Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes with it. He's looking around near side. Near circle. Circling around the goalie. Sends it inside. Deflected away. Sent a shot and it's deflected off the goalie. 3:16 again left to go here in the first. 0-0 is your score. Sweden now with it in their own end. Sending it up the ice. He sends it far circle, or far side. Nice pass. Sends it behind the United States goal. No one, though, is there. United States now with it. Nelson gives it up, then gets it right back, crossing center ice, crossing the blue line. He takes a little bit of a bump as he loses control in the far corner. Sweden now with it, bringing it up the ice. As now it's poked away. Poked away again by United States. Jack Hughes with a shot, and it's saved. With 2:40 to go, again pushing it, shoving by Sweden. Guess they don't like that the United States taking shots at Sweden. But 0-0 is your score. 10 shots on goal for the United States. 8 shots by Sweden. So another commercial break. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, hopefully you're enjoying the broadcast. And make sure again to like and subscribe. Again, I'll be calling both of the women's semifinal games tomorrow. So that's happening. And, of course, for tonight, we're going to do some college basketball. Of course, that's going to be happening very, very late. But it will be Kansas and Oklahoma State. Kansas and Oklahoma State, which I can again kind of show you. I should have had this ready, but there you go. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Okay, I'm going to have to redo that. But anyway, it's fine. We're going to have to redo that later. But anyway, so there you go. That's what that is going to look like. Not the black box, though. Don't know why that's there. But anyway, have to resave that on my end. I can do that right now. That's a good thing about not showing the screen now or showing the computer. I can have a lot more freedom. Transparent background, yeah. Sweden has definitely been in the aggressive team. They have been. Again, Sweden came to play. Yeah, I don't know if they were inspired by Czechia or not, but what the heck, man? If I could get rid of anything, it would be this stupid app that just randomly appears. Let's see here. Yeah, we're still on commercial break, but we are working our way back. Again, 0-0 is your score. As I'm just taking care of something since we have this stoppage. Simone Biles on hand. She's watching the United States. Again, 0-0 your score here. As face-off won by Sweden. Sweden now with it behind their own goalie, sending it to the far circle. Crossing the blue lines, crossing center ice. Sweden now with it still on the far circle. Sends it inside, deflected away by Hellebuck. And Eichel. Eichel takes a tumble. As there's a pass connecting to Werenski. Werenski is... Someone's going to be called for offsides. I believe that was Kachik. USA took them too lightly. Time for adjustments. Yeah, they got to mentally... It's tough, though. It's tough to mentally get back in it. If you take someone lightly, which I've actually done that myself, which, you know, back in high school for tennis. Oh, man, yeah, that was embarrassing. More on that, though, I guess, for halftime to kill some time there. Looks like we have some more celebrities there in attendance. Snoop Dogg's actually calling a game. That's pretty interesting. Again, 2:23 left to go here in the first. United States and Sweden tied at 0 apiece. 10 shots on goal for the United States, 9 for Sweden. Face-off won by the United States. Hughes sending it to McAvoy. McAvoy just sending it back and around to the Sweden area. Sweden now with it on the far side. Takes a bump as the puck glides all the way to the United States end. Then it's going to be an icing with 2:10 left to go in the first. Again, a performance that Sweden is just kind of... Sweden, again, looking just really good. You can't really, you know, say the United States playing, well, you know, that they'll break through. I don't know. We'll see. Sweden looking really good. They look like they want it. Face-off again happening on the near side of the Sweden end. Face-off going to be won by Sweden. Sweden now with it. Forsling. He's looking around, sends it to the near side, connecting on the pass, crossing center ice, sends it to the middle, where the puck is just chilling. Puck is now owned by Sweden. Sweden on the near circle, sends a shot wide. Or Hellebuck actually deflecting it. As now the United States winning it, and they have it. Oh, no, given up by the United States. Sweden now with it on the far wall, crossing the blue line, sending it to the far circle, sends it just behind the goalie. 1:40 left to go here in the first. Again, 10 shots apiece on goal. 135. Carlson just chilling with it in his own end. He sends it up. Sweden now has it taken away by Thompson. Thompson with it, but then he's pickpocketed. Trying to get it back. He sends it up. And Larkin racing for it in the near corner. He's skating around and will still have it. He's now racing to the near side, near circle. Larkin looking around. Trying to find somebody. Sending it to the far circle. Faber trying to race to it, cannot get there in time as somebody sends it to the near side, near corner. United States with it. United States now with it. Sends it behind the goalie, but it's taken away by Sweden. Sweden now with it in the near corner as there's a bunch up. Now Kachik winning it. Kachik sending it to the far circle. No one's there. Thompson trying to get there in time, but cannot as Sweden now with it. This is Patterson. Patterson with it with 40 seconds left to go in the first period. Patterson sending it to Carlson. Carlson and Sweden beginning their attack, but they quickly give it up as that's going to be an offsides with 33 seconds left to go in the first. Again, 10 shots on goal apiece for each of these two countries. Again, United States expected to win this match, but Sweden having... They'll have something to say about that. Face-off happening on the far circle of the Sweden end, as face-off going to be won by the United States, but it's poked away to the Sweden end. Sweden now with it, as he sends it up to Hellebuck. Hellebuck's just going to hand it off. As he connects on a pass, this is Kachik. Kachik losing it. As Sweden now with it on the far circle. 15 seconds left. They're trying to get rid of it. Werenski he gives it to Kachik. Kachik losing it again. And it's sent to the goal. He's going to deflect it wide. 6 seconds left. Hughes going to try to hold it. No, he sends it to Eichel, who sends it to the far wall, who sends it to Eichel. But, of course, the time has run out. 0-0 is your score after one. Again, 10 shots on goal for the United States. 10 shots on goal for Sweden. Again, I mean, you really have to give it up for Sweden. Sweden looking really good right now. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, to chat down below. Again, I try to get involved with the chat as often as I can. This game is like watching the Steelers playoff game. Yeah, I know. I know. It's not the best game in the world, but hey, you know, it's something. It's something, folks. Let me go ahead and check out something real quick. Hold on. Just trying to see something here. Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. But again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, hopefully you do like what you see and you like and subscribe. Helps out the channel. It is free to do. Again, tonight I'll be doing some basketball, some college basketball. Hopefully, again, that does well. Maybe I messed up on something. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. But anyway, as far as, yeah, I was just remembering something. Remembering what I was saying earlier. That in high school, so this was my junior year. This was for district tennis. We were my partner and I. Hold on. But yeah, so we were the number 3 seed in district for doubles, and you know, we were expected to at least make the semifinals, which we ended up doing. But in the first round, we were taking on some trash can second team, you know, from another school, and we're like, okay, this is going to be a 6-0, 6-0. Well, the first set was indeed 6-0, but the problem was we were actually the O. We were actually down 0-6. And, man, so our coach came over and said, okay, so 6-0 is really quick. And we were like, yep, it really was. The problem is we got wrecked. And she was like, get your butts together, get your act together. And yeah, so we ended up in the second set winning 6-0, and then in the third set was 6-1. But yeah, we just couldn't believe it. So we went from 0-6 to 6-0, yeah, to 6-0, 6-1. That was pretty bad. I don't know what was going on that morning, but that was terrible. Pop-Tart time. Yeah, I don't know about that. How's it going, George? Good to see you. Good to see you. Got barbecue meatballs cooking in the crock pot. Nice. Trash can. Yeah, no, we were a bunch of trash cans. That was bad. That was pretty atrocious. Oh, man. But I don't know. It was fun. Ended up, again, going to the semis, losing to the number 1 seed, who actually went on and won state. And then the other team in our district, which was actually our school's number 1, we were the number 2 from our school. They went to state as well. So the 2 teams that won our district 1 and 2 won regionals 1 and 2. And of course, the next year for our senior year, we ended up winning district, got second at regionals, which we could have won, but yeah, it was kind of a bummer. And then we went to state, but then lost first round. So that was a bummer. Played our worst match ever. How you doing today? I'm doing okay. I'm hanging in there. Again, just doing the other scoreboard. Go ahead and do int. Do interception there. Again, it's a little off, but well. But yeah, no. Hopefully all is well with you. Let's see. Maybe I need to go. Do I need to do that? Does that look a little more set or no? That does not. No, we don't need to do that. Let's do that. Yeah, that's good. But yeah, I'm okay. Hanging in here again, just ready for the second period, and hopefully, hopefully we get some. You know, the United States can get their act together. And I'm wearing my United States shirt, which you can't really see. USA. It's kind of hidden behind the score bug. I did fix the other problem, so yes, again, we'll have some more play-by-play on the Dr. Delay Network. Again, we'll be having this happen tonight. Kansas and Oklahoma State. That'll be happening tonight. So again, make sure to come on back for that if you just want to listen to some more play-by-play. Dr. Lay, but of course right now we're doing United States and Sweden. And again, probably about 10 more minutes until we get back from intermission. Hopefully again hopefully it's a good game. Hopefully again Sweden can, or United States can pull away. I don't know what they just don't seem to be on it right now. But yeah, that's really it. Again, I don't really have much else. That's the bummer. Again, we're in the off season for football. Not much to talk about. Again, there's the drama with, Ben Roethlisberger and, all that stuff and the Steelers. But that seems to be quieting down. That's always good. I was kind of annoyed with that, but people just want to start stuff. I guess for starting stuff. I don't know. What did he send me? Review document. What are you? I have to ask him, what the heck did you send me? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, I'm sorry I got no entertainment for you at the intermissions. It's again, feel free to chat down below. Again, I try to get to every chat because it's a big part of the channel. Guys will always be a big part of the channel. So what's going on with Roethlisberger? Okay, well, he was under attack by Joey Porter Sr. In a podcast or whatever. He was on Cam Hayward's podcast, and Porter pretty much took offense that Roethlisberger would come out and say some things about Mike Tomlin, which, of course, I'll get to that in a sec. But he pretty much made a big deal about, Roethlisberger needs to, not say that. It's got to keep stuff in-house. He broke the brotherhood. And, of course, we all know what Roethlisberger's done in the past, so he shouldn't be talking. And I'm like, again, this guy just stirring the pot, because what Roethlisberger said, he said that Mike Tomlin, maybe, and this was, again, like months ago. This was even, prior to all the, this was not after the playoff game. This was like, during the season. Ben Roethlisberger said that maybe it's time for the Steelers and Mike Tomlin to part ways. That's all he said. And, of course, people treated it, I guess Porter and company treated it like it was some slander or something like that. It was ridiculous how Roethlisberger was just apparently, I don't know, like he was just mistreated, I felt like, because, again, he didn't say anything wrong. But yeah, I mean, he's just pretty much been dealing with that. Of course, he had another podcast, Roethlisberger released his episode, and he didn't even address it at all. So good for him for just taking the high road. But unbelievable stuff. And again, the crazy thing is Tomlin agreed. Tomlin resigned. So clearly Tomlin was of the same mindset. So again, I don't know what Joey Porter's doing. He was running his mouth, yapping. And again, all he said maybe it's time that the Steelers and Tomlin part ways. Apparently that's just talking a lot of trash. Apparently that's slander. Apparently that's just dragging Tomlin through the mud. And I just found that absolutely disgusting by Joey Porter. So, again, the crazy thing is Joey Porter wasn't even there. Joey Porter never played for Mike Tomlin. Like, everyone just seems to forget that. He left in 06. Bill Cowher left in 06. So Porter never played a down for Mike Tomlin. Porter wasn't even there during 08, 09 when all that crazy stuff, happened allegedly or whatnot. So, again, Porter, everything he's saying is all hearsay whenever it comes to attacking Ben personally. So that was ridiculous. So I don't know what Joey's doing. And, of course, I saw a lot of people just saying, like, oh, well, Joey Porter, he just tells it like it is. He speaks his mind. Well, they actually met. Porter and Ben were hanging out, I think, at like the Steelers Hall of Honor after those comments were said. So Porter didn't say anything to Ben's face when it happened, but again, decides to go on a podcast. Of course, again, Cam Hayward, he's again a fake Steeler. I've made that pretty clear that Cam Hayward is like the Steeler way, but just a twisted version of it, a lesser version of the Steeler way as far as his leadership is concerned. But, and of course, again, he doesn't say anything. He just lets it happen, stirring the pot. What a bum he is. But yeah, it was pretty disgusting stuff. Yeah, crucified for honesty, I know. Again, we moved off Minkah, who I feel like was really was the leader. Personally, he was a Steeler. He embodied what it meant to be a Steeler. You can tell on how he was on the field. And just, of course, off the field and, holding teammates accountable and stuff like that. Again, he got in a verbal argument, I remember, with Hayward actually multiple times. So I think, I don't know, I think they may have moved off Minkah not really for his play, which was declining a little bit, but more because Minkah, I think, was sick and tired of just people just, running amok again. He was really holding people accountable and trying to, get the best out of people. And I guess that was just too divisive. We need more Minkahs and not more Cam Haywards and Joey Porters. Again, appreciate you, Robert. How's it going, Sean? Good to see you. Appreciate you for tuning in. Again, we're just kind of hanging out, trying to kill some time before, we get back into the second period. United States and Sweden tied at 0, 10 shots apiece for each team. I guess I can put that in the chat. Let me actually go ahead and shots on goal. USA 10, Sweden 10. There you go. But hopefully all is well with you, Sean. Again, I know you'll be tuning in a lot for baseball, so I look forward to that. Looking forward to some day games for baseball. That's always fun. And yeah, definitely excited for that. And that, again, don't think I'll be having this. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I don't know. I'll be testing a lot. I have 160-something games to prepare for the playoffs. So I'll be testing out probably a bunch of different ways the screen will look. Will I do the full screen with my custom scoreboard? Will I be doing like the MLB thing like I did last year, which was showing like the 2D thing with the batter's box? Or will I be doing the 3D, which I think I'll be doing the 3D. I think that's what's going to probably win and what's going to be best for the channel. So probably going to roll with that. But again, we'll test out everything, of course, to make sure, of course, to maximize the channel's potential. Is Mats Sundin the greatest Swedish player ever? No idea who that is, but we're just going to go with no. Because, and again, I don't know anything about Swedish hockey. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know who's played for Sweden. But I'm just going to say no based on probability. that there are more Swedish players out there, much more than him. So I'm going to go with the majority that you have not mentioned, which, again, no idea. You can mention any name. I mean, I might not even be a real person. I don't even know. But I'm going to go with no, just based on the fact that there's so many more Swedish players that there has to be one greater, right? I mean, that's kind of what we're saying. That is my knowledge of hockey. That is my knowledge of hockey. Can't wait. Oh, yeah, me neither. Me neither. Ready for it. And, yeah, definitely excited for season 2. Season 2 of the Dr. Delay Network. Definitely ready for that. Definitely ready. HockeyDB.com is the best hockey resource. Okay. Let me go ahead and take a gander. HockeyDB. Hockey database. Let's see here. Search by team. Search by league. Wish I could search by country or nationality. That would have been pretty cool. Hockey logos. That's cool. I might have to look into that. 1 hour ago. Trending. Interesting. Oh, Suzuki. Yeah, Suzuki had, I think, the game tying goal. Mitch Marner with the game winning goal for Canada. Look up Sundin. Sundin. Yeah, and I could probably... So, which one? How many? There's a lot of Sundins. Who's that? Matt Sundin. Okay. Let's see here. United States, Sweden. Yeah, it's not even updating. Wow, the score bug. That's weird. Oh well. Anyway, let's see. Again, I would know. I mean, look at a bunch of stuff here that I would not know. He has a lot of points. Has a lot of points for sure. Goals and assists. I mean, that's pretty good. Again, I wish you could search by nationality. That would have been pretty neat. I don't know. I'm just going to go with, again, the odds that there might be someone better. You know, I don't know. Maybe not. I mean, 1,300 points is a lot. So maybe he is. Probably is. So, yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't know. Again, I have no idea. That's interesting, though. Hockey database. Kind of like the baseball reference website. I like that website. Again, the football reference, baseball reference. It's really good. It's really good stuff. A lot of information for free. That's what's really cool. He's probably the greatest. Yeah, I think Forsberg might be a Swede too. I'll have to look into him. But we are returning to action. Again, 0-0 your score. Let me go ahead and change this. Love to give you a hockey 101. Well, yeah, I mean, I could definitely use it. I'm not really much of a hockey guy, but, you know, I'm definitely enjoying hockey, though. I really am. Yeah, I don't know. I enjoy it. It's pretty fun. I see it as soccer on ice. So I definitely have enjoyed it. All right, but yeah, we're working our way back here again. 0-0 is your score. United States going to be going left to right. Sweden right to left. Looks like Eichel's going to be at center ice with the face-off. And then looks like Mika Zibanejad for Sweden. Face-off happening and won by the Swedes. As he sends it down to the near corner for the United States. Hughes now with it on the near side. Now taking it to the far side. Far circle. He sends it to the near corner of Sweden. And looks like the United States going to get there first. Eichel sends it inside, and no one's there as that glides all the way to Hellebuck. Again, with a heck of a job. This is McAvoy. McAvoy takes a big bump. Sweden now with it on the near corner. He sends it around, connecting on the far side. He's behind the goalie, sending it to the near side. Sweden now with it. Sends it inside and deflected away. Sweden now with it at the near circle. He's going around. Sends it to the blue line. Sends a shot, and it's away. and they send it inside. No one's there. Sweden now with it again at the blue line as they'll restart. Again, 19-12 left to go in the second period. 0-0 is your score. Austin Matthews, well, really everybody for the United States has struggled as Sweden sends it down for an icing. No one really as of note that has played great. I mean, I would say maybe, again, I'm not really, maybe Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes has done all right. Again, he's a defender. But as far as, like, on offense, I don't know. I don't really think there's anyone as of, like, with the, has played well. Face-off won by Sweden yet again. Sweden now with it on the near corner as he takes a big bump. That is Matthews. Sends it inside. It's deflected away. Gunsel was in the area. Just couldn't quite get there in time. As United States now giving it up. Sweden now within the far side. Sending him to the near corner. He sends it up the ice to the near wall. It's deflected away by the United States. United States now with it. Gunsel couldn't quite hang on to it. Sweden now with it on the near corner. Near circle. He's skating around the United States goalie now at the far circle. Sending it to the near circle. Sends a shot deflected off a skate. As Gunsel racing for it but cannot get there. Sweden now with it. Sending it to the near wall. As he sends it all the way around to the far corner, where the United States will lose possession. Sweden sending it inside. No one's there. Intercepted by the United States. This is Gunsel. Gunsel sending it to the far side. Deflected away. The near side. Deflected away again by Sweden. Sweden now with it on the near wall. He's cutting inside and sends it outside of the near wall, where it's going to be poked away. Sanderson with it. Sends it to the near wall. This is Thompson. Thompson sending it to Hughes. Hughes over there. I believe that's Renski. Renski on the far side. Who is this? This is Larkin. Larkin loses possession, though they have it back. Sanderson over there to Werenski. Werenski sending it around to the Swedish area, to the far corner. Poked away by the United States. Thompson with it. Sends it to the far side. Sanderson. Sanderson to Werenski. Werenski with the assist and shot, and that is going to go deflected wide. That is deflected wide. Who was the shot there? I know Werenski had the pass. Couldn't quite tell you, but it was a shot on goal. Again, deflected out of play with 17:34 left to go. 12 shots to 11 shots. United States leading. Isn't it crazy that Matthew grew up in Arizona? American hockey players used to come from Minnesota, the Northeast, and Michigan. Yeah, well, they pretty much still do, but I guess that, well, I know for the, for the most part. I know there's no hockey around here. Like, none of the schools in my area play hockey here in Texas. Face-off won by Sweden. Sweden now with it on the near side. Racing down, crossing center ice. He takes a big whack. As the United States now with it, he takes a big whack. Poked away. Now the United States with it. United States now with it on the near side, and it's going to go to the near corner for an icing or an offsides. Katchik was in the area. And trying to get to the names as often as I can. I think I got the first line down pretty well. McAvoy, Hughes, Katchik, Eichel. Yeah, I mean, I got them down. Though Katchik's throwing me off because there's another Katchik, and there's another Hughes as well. It's, yeah. We're getting there, though. Face-off won by the United States as they'll just whip it down to the Sweden end, and that's going to be another icing. 17:11 left to go. Here again, United States and Sweden tied at 0. 12 shots on goal for the United States, 11 for Sweden. Face-off happening on the near side of the United States end. Again, 17:11 left to go. Face-off won this time by the United States. McAvoy setting it to the far side. I believe that's Miller. Miller losing possession. Sweden now with it on the near side. Sweden now with it on the far circle, sending it to the near circle. He's cutting inside, sending it to the near wall as he sends it around. Hellebuck's going to come out and hold it for Hughes. Hughes now with it, sends it to the far side, connecting with Miller. Miller to the near side. No one's there. United States now with it as he gives it up. Sends a shot inside and saved by Hellebuck. Or no, he just kind of... Well, he did save it, but now he's going to hand it off to McAvoy. McAvoy losing possession. Sweden now with it in the near corner, as that's going to be intercepted by by McAvoy, but again, quickly given up. Sweden now with it. Sweden on the far blue line, sending it to the far corner. McAvoy there behind the goalie, sends it to the near side to Miller, poked away. Hughes now with it. Hughes with it on the near side. He flicks it up ahead as it glides into the Sweden end. Sweden now with it on the near circle of their own end. Crossing the blue line, crossing center ice, flicks it ahead to Hellebuck. Hellebuck couldn't quite get there, so he ends up getting it. Sweden now with it behind the goalie, sends it inside. Shot is deflected wide. Sweden now with it on the far circle as Eichel trying to get it loose. Eichel and, well, McAvoy fell down. Sweden now with it on the near side. He sends it behind the United States goalie. United States trying to poke it loose. Sweden now with it in front of goal. Sweden skating to the near side. Sends a shot, and it's deflected away. Oh, opportunity for Sweden. Just couldn't seal the deal. Sweden, though, still with it. Crossing center ice once again, but quickly given up. And then given up by the United States. Sweden now with it on the near side. Poked away by the US of A. USA with it on the far circle of their own end. Sending it to the near side. The United States playing a lot of defense here. Thompson gives it up as Carlson racing for it, and he'll have it behind the Swedish goalie. Carlson holding on to it. Again, 15 minutes to go in the second period. 0-0 your score. 13 shots for Sweden, 12 for the United States. As the United States trying to get to the loose puck, but now Sweden with it. Carlson racing down the near wall, sends it to the goalie, who's just going to hold on to Hannafin. Hannafin sends it up, but it's poked away by Sweden. United States trying to win it back, and they do for the moment. As Kachik sends it inside, deflected away. They bumped into each other. Faber sending it over to the far side to Hannafin. Hannafin sending it around to the near corner of the Swedish area. Not going to connect with anybody as Faber wins it again. Faber now over to, I believe that was Matthews. Matthews to Faber. This is Werenski. Werenski racing down the near side as he sends it around, connecting on the far side. I believe that was Gunsel. Thompson with the shot, and that's deflected. Probably that was Sanderson. Sanderson with the shot. This is Boldy. Boldy sends it inside, deflected off the legs of the goalie. Sweden now with it as he flicks it ahead to the United States end, where Sanderson will intercept. Sanderson now racing down the near wall, crossing center ice, sending it to the far corner, sending it now to the near corner. I believe that's Larkin. Larkin couldn't quite get to it. Thompson on the pursuit, but Sweden now with it on the near wall. Far wall, near wall, sending it to the near wall, and it's going to be offsides. With 13:42 left to go in the second period. 0-0 is your score. Again, 14 shots for Sweden, 13 for the United States. You ice skate? I do not. I am not that skilled and gifted. How long will this game last? Probably another hour, maybe hour 15. 4:10 Eastern, 3:10 Central. I would say 5:30 Eastern. You should be good. You should be done. Is Austin Matthews related to former Phillies outfielder Gary Matthews? I'm going to go with no. I'm going to go with no on that. But I'm actually going to look that up because I genuinely have no idea. Again, when it comes to hockey and all that, don't really know many of the interpersonal... Actually, I don't really know many of the interpersonal relationships of anybody, actually, if we're being really honest here. Austin with an O. Drawn comparisons to Alex Ovechkin. Personal life. He has an uncle named Wes Matthews who played briefly for the Miami Dolphins. Pretty cool stuff. But I'm not seeing nothing there. So he was related to an athlete, but did not get the right athlete there. All right, working our way back here again. 0-0 is your score. Sweden leading in shots, though, 14-13. As, again, Sweden probably inspired by, again, what the Czech Republic did earlier. Again, they put Canada on the run there. Canada did come back and win. But, yeah, no, there was definitely a scare earlier for the Canadians. We were working our way back, but we're still kind of looking everywhere else except for the ice. So, my bad. Face-off about to happen. Thompson in there for the United States. And looks like face-off won by Sweden. Sweden now whacking it to the United States and USA with it on the near side. Connecting on the pass to the far circle. USA with an opportunity. Sending it inside. Thompson with it. He skates behind. Sends a shot. That's deflected wide. As Sweden now with it on the far side. Deflecting it all the way to the far corner. As Slavin sending it to Faber. Faber with it on the near corner. As that's deflected away. Sweden now sending it to the near corner. Sweden now with it in the near corner. As now there's going to be a collision. Collision done by the United States. Sends a shot wide. Hellebuck again trying to keep this a 0-0 game. Sweden with it on the far corner. Sending it to the near corner. Around the near corner. Sweden with it at the blue line. Near blue line. Sending it around again to the far side. Intercepted by the United States. Faber gets rid of it. United States trying to make something happen. This is Hughes. Hughes just going to go ahead and circle around, starting it over. Possible line changes incoming for the United States. Hughes to Faber. Faber connecting in the middle as he sends it behind the goalie. Eichel on the other side of the pass. Eichel loses possession. Sweden now with it on the near corner. Hannafin in the area as they're going to race down. Brady Katchik with it in the near corner of the United States end. Sends it to Hannafin. Hannafin looking around. He sends it to Eichel. Eichel now on the near wall. Crossing center ice. He sends it to the far corner where Katchik is there. Katchik has it taken away as he took a bump. But then Hannafin winning it back, skating into his own end. Here are the United States. United States coming up, crossing the blue line, far circle, sending it to the near side. Hannafin sends it to the near corner as Katchik, the other Katchik with it. Eichel now with it in the far corner, and it's going to deflect away into the Sweden goalie, where he's just going to down it with 11:51 to go in the second period. Dylan Larkin ready to more? No, he's definitely not. I can tell you that one right now. No. Definitely not. You took USA and under 6.5. Okay, well, you're probably going to hit the under, because unless they just go off. Again, hockey is a sport where they can just score like crazy, like back to back to back to back. Face-off won by Carlson. Carlson with it now on the near side. He flicks it ahead to the near corner of the United States end. They're fighting for it. McAvoy takes a big hit. Hughes now with it in the near corner. He takes a big hit. Sweden now dishing out the punishment as he sends it to the near corner. This is... Oh, he sends it inside, off the post! Unbelievable! USA still with it, though. Send it to the near side. McAvoy sends a shot, and it's going to be a little bit wide. Unbelievable. Sweden now racing down with it. It's a 3-on-2. 3-on-2 for Sweden. Sweden to the near corner, but they're going to say an offsides and a late shove. Sweden holding. Oh, he's holding. Oh, man, I can't think. Hughes. Interesting. United States with an opportunity off the post. Unbelievable. And again, an offsides there by Sweden is going to stop the play with 11:17 to go in the second period. Again, shots now with the United States, shots on goal 16. Unbelievable. Matthews with the potential assist. Gunsel just couldn't make it happen, inches away. Face-off won by the United States. United States now with it on the near side. This is Thompson. Thompson has it taken away. As now Sweden now within the far corner. He sends it to the near side. Sweden with it on the near wall. Crossing center ice. Sends it to the far corner where it's going to be taken away by Thompson. Thompson now with it for the U.S. He sends it to the near side. This is Faber. Faber now with it. Gunsel took the shot. Sweden now within the near corner. He sends it to the near wall. Sweden now with an opportunity. Sending it to the near side. Sends it near circle. Sends it inside. Deflected away. Still with an opportunity for Sweden. Trying to slam it home, but could not. Oh, Hellebuck. He fell down. Sweden couldn't take advantage. U.S. still with it in the near corner. Miller has it taken away. Sweden trying to whack it free. Sweden now with it on the near side. He's skating free. Send it to the far circle. Sweden with a shot, and it's deflected wide. Oh, my goodness. Sweden now with it. Sent another shot, and that one is saved by Hellebuck. 10:10 to go in the second period again. 0-0 is your score. Unbelievable. Again, this is not looking, it's not looking ideal. Not looking ideal if you are if you're like me, of course, born in the United States, pulling for the United States. USA chance breaking out, though, in Italy, but will the U.S. players hear it? Has Joe Biden has old been here? No, he hasn't. He was here for the Super Bowl, but he's not been back since. Eichel with it on the far corner, far circle. He skates behind, sends it inside, and it's going to be deflected away by Sweden. Sweden now with it on the near wall. It's intercepted by Eichel. Sweden now with it. Near wall, crossing the blue line, sending it to the far wall. Sweden just sending it around as it looks like Werenski with the interception. Werenski with it. He sends it to the near wall, crossing center ice. He takes a big bump. And now Sweden with it. Sweden intercepted. Werenski with the pass to Eichel, but they're going to say offsides. Offside. So 9:34 left to go here in the second period. 0-0 is your score as it's getting a little cold. I gotta get my blanket on. Got a blanket right here by the desk. So yeah, commercial break again. 0-0 is your score. Again, 17 shots on goal for the United States, 16 for Sweden. I guess I can put that in the chat. There you go. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Feel free again to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I can, but yeah, again, I'll be back for some college basketball tonight. Kansas and Oklahoma State should be a good one. Who's in the net for the United States? Gonna be Hellebuck, Connor Hellebuck, and he's done a heck of a job. Really has, but yeah, Sweden really giving the U.S. all they can handle again. Let's see if I can pull this up here. The bracket. Again, Slovakia over Germany 6-2. Finland over Switzerland in overtime 3-2. Canada, again, they had a scare against the Czech Republic 4-3. And of course, again, United States, they are having to work for everything. They're having to work for everything there. Yeah, that's not quite the how you spell it there, but it's how it sounds. Yeah. Go ahead and actually type how it's spelled, but it's not pronounced this way. It's really interesting because there's a Y in there. Probably. I don't remember, but he was here. I don't think he hasn't really done that as much anymore. All right, United States with it. McAvoy sending it to Hughes. Hughes on the far side, sending it to the far corner, rolling around to the near corner, or I should say gliding around. There's a scrum for to the near corner. Sweden now with it at the moment, but taken away by the United States. USA with it, but they're holding it, kind of gatekeeping it in the corner. Matthews trying to poke it loose. He does. Send it to the near side of McAvoy. McAvoy to Hughes. Hughes on the far side. Now he's going to skate to the near side. Sends a shot, and it's saved. Deflected away. Another shot, and it's saved again. So the USA again getting some shots here. 9:02 left to go in the second period. 0-0 is your score. 17 shots to 16 shots. How's it going, CB? Good to see you again. Appreciate you, man. Heard that we got gold this morning from Michaela Schifrin. I didn't even know that. To be honest, I haven't looked up anything from the Olympics since I think Monday. Got a shot. Goal! Oh, wow, from way downtown! The U.S. of A takes the lead. Face-off, quick shots. That goal from Dylan Larkin. And the USA lead again 1-0. There you go. You can see the names there. Dylan Larkin, your hero, assisted by Jack Hughes, assisted by Quinn Hughes. So there you go. The Hughes twins or brothers. I don't really know. But hey, they, again, with the assist right off Markstrom. Markstrom, honestly. Oh, no. So Larkin had his stick right in front of Markstrom, deflected in. He had the angle. Unbelievable. Unlike Gronkowski, who did not have the angle on that crazy run. But you guys, anyway, football fans know. Regardless, Sweden now with it on the near wall. He's skating around, sending it to the far side, crossing center ice, crossing the blue line, sends a shot, deflected away by Hellebuck. Here is Larkin. Larkin with it on the far side, sending it to the middle. This is Faber. Faber with it, crossing center ice. As that's deflected out of play with 8:31 left to go in the second. Again, Dylan Larkin, as of now, is your difference in this game. Again, sitting pretty much right in front of goal. A shot coming in from the far side, the blue line. Hughes again to Hughes. And then Larkin just sticking the stick right in front. That is just lethal. The Miami Miracle. There you go. Yep. Miami Miracle. Gronkowski did not have the ankle. Sweden now with it on the near side as United States take it away. Shot is going to be a little bit wide. Sweden now with it behind the goalie, sending it to the near wall. United States kind of playing with a little more energy. USA with it in the far corner, trying to poke it loose but taken away. United States with it again. Shot is going to be a little bit wide. Sweden now with it in the near corner as the Swedish player falls down, sends it to the middle, sending it to the near wall, sending it to the middle again. He's skating around the USA. He sends it inside. Hellebuck with a nice deflection there. Sweden with it in the near corner of the U.S. as Truchek. That's the first time I've called his name. Truchek deflecting it into the Swedish area. Sweden now with it. 7:40 left to go here in the second. Again, 1-0 United States leading. Sweden now with it on the far side. Deflected away as USA trying to win it back. Terrible camera angle. We have it back now. USA sending it to the near wall. Sweden now intercepted, sending it to the USA side, where Truchek sends it over there to Werenski. Werenski sends it up the ice, connecting with Eichel. Eichel crossing the blue line, now far circle. Eichel working his way around the goalie. Near side, near circle, sending it to Hannafin, sending it to the far side, Werenski. Werenski sending it, and it's deflected away, stolen away by Sweden, but the USA winning it back in the form of Eichel. Eichel sending it back to Werenski, back over to Hannafin. Hannafin sending it up the ice. As here's Kachik. Kachik with a shot, and that's going to be saved. And now there's some pushing and shoving. Kachik didn't like something as he's pushing. Oh, there's a late jab. Kachik with the jab. But I don't think they're going to throw at anybody. We've seen, again, a flat-out punch by the women. This was, again, a few days ago. Nothing happened out of that. Larkin, go, Wings, go. And 6:56 left to go here in the second period. 1-0 USA leading. 22 shots on goal for the USA. 18 for Sweden. Again, pretty close. Pretty good game. Pretty good game, honestly. Face-off happening on the near side. Won by the United States. Matthews with the pass. Shot on goal. Going to be saved by Markstrom. McAvoy with the shot. Which player with the name pertaining to participation do you like better? Former Sabres goalie Garth Snow or former Expose outfielder Tim Raines? I think Garth Snow. Snow's pretty cool. Snow's a cool name. All right. Sweden now with it, crossing center ice, sending it to the far wall as he takes a big bump by McAvoy. McAvoy trying to get some revenge. McAvoy to Hughes. Hughes sending it around to the near side. This is Matthews. Matthews sending it up. Gunsel in the area, could not connect. Sweden now with it on the far circle of their own end, sending it to the near wall, where it comes loose, and Hughes will intercept. Hughes now with it as he skates behind his own goalie. 6:15 left to go here in the second period. 1-0. Again, your score. USA with it, and it's taken away by Sweden. Sweden now with it as Hughes, Jack Hughes, that is, falling down. As Sweden will send it to the near side, taken by Hellebuck. Hellebuck now sending it to the far side. This is Faber. Faber with it. He connects on a pass, and it's deflected away. USA just going to whack it to the near corner of Sweden, or Sweden will claim it. Sweden now sending it up the ice. Far side, far circle, poked away by Sanderson. Sanderson playing some defense as he sends it to the near side. Sanderson once again behind the goalie. Sends it to Larkin. Larkin now with it. Sends it to the far side. This is Thompson. Thompson has it poked away by Sweden. Sweden now with it, crossing center ice as he sends it to Hellebuck. Hellebuck going to deflect it out to Faber. Faber now on the near side to Hughes. Hughes sending it to the corner where there's a collision. Nelson trying to get it loose. Nelson does. Indeed. He sends it to the near corner, sending it now to the far corner. This is Werenski. Werenski at the blue line. Sends it inside. Deflected away. As Sweden now, people falling down. Sweden now with it on the far side, sending it to the near side. This is Raymond. Everybody loves this guy as he's skating around in the near corner and has it taken away. Miller now sending it to the far side to Werenski. Werenski now with it crossing center ice. Crossing the blue line. Far circle. Shot is snared and caught. With 4:50 left to go here in the second period. Again, United States leading 1-0 over Sweden. 24 shots on goal for the United States. 19 by Sweden. Again, the difference of the game is Larkin. Dylan Larkin, your difference again, assisted by Hughes, both of the Hughes. Again, Jack Hughes and Quinn Hughes. Let's see here. Which player? Oh, I saw that one. There's some typos there. Oh, you're good. You're good. Don't worry about it. Your new score graphic has a similar shape to the ones on Fox. Yeah, I know. I like it. It's so I have to manually do all this. Again, this is something I had to make because yesterday I called Michigan Purdue, and for some reason the normal graphic, like up there, you can see it. That they didn't have one, so I'm like, well, I got to make something. I don't know how I'm going to make this happen, and I don't feel like, and I'm kind of tired of being behind as well. That was another thing. I'm tired of, the score just kind of, I'm behind by about 20-30 seconds. And tired of just having it spoil. So now I kind of control everything here. So, like if I really wanted to, I'm going to be like, oh, it's 10-0. Yeah, of course I'm not going to do that. But yeah, so, yeah, that was something I just made. And I don't know. I'm already trying to see if I can improve it. But yeah, I like it. I like it, though. I like it. And we'll see again how the score bug evolves and what I do with it. Don't know if I'm going to continue that with football season or whatnot, but I don't know. I do like having control over it. It's just going to be more work on my end, but should be fine. Should be fine. What program or app to use? That was Canva. Canva is what I use for my it's Canva or Canvas? Canva. Yeah. Just used a rectangle and I kind of rounded it. And, did all that stuff. Anyway, USA with it now on the near side, near wall. Hughes sending it up the ice. It's going to be deflected away by Sweden. Sweden now with it on the far side. Intercepted by Eichel. Eichel now sending it to McAvoy. McAvoy sending it back over to Hughes. Hughes with it crossing the blue line. Sends it across to the far side. Looks like there's going to be an offsides, as Kachik and Ekman of Sweden kind of getting into it. And now, of course, Ekman's smiling. He embraces it all, I guess. Again, 4:26 left to go here in the first period. 1-0 Sweden leading, or pardon me, United States leading over Sweden. Maybe I put the logo. I round out the logo. I can't really quite. I round out the logo. By the way, I don't know why my camera's a square. I still have yet to figure that out, but that's probably something I messed with when I first started. But get the logo and kind of do like the CBS thing on the on the like right here. I don't know. All right, United States sending it to the far side as Sweden now with it on the near wall. Sends it to the near circle. Poked away by the United States as now there's a collision on the near wall. Sweden with an opportunity on the far side. Sending it to the far circle, but he can't connect on the pass. Miscommunication there. Sweden still with it, though, at the blue line. And now the puck just glides away from him. USA now with it racing down the far side. He's going to cut inside. This is Hughes. Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes' pass is intercepted. Intercepted by Patterson. Patterson sending it to the far side. Intercepted by Hughes. Hughes falls down. And Patterson reclaiming the puck, sending it behind the Swedish goalie. But the United States is there. USA losing possession, though, in the near corner. As now the United States with it on the near wall, poked away by Patterson. Patterson sending it to the near corner. USA now with it. This is Thompson. Thompson to Faber. Faber sending it to the middle where it's poked away by Sweden. Sweden has it poked away by the United States. Sweden with it again on the near wall. Sending it into the end. Sending it to the far wall. Now it's poked away and glides away. 3:16 and counting here in the second period. Again, 1-0 is your score. Faber now with it as he sends it to the near side. And now it glides all the way around to the Swede end as it's intercepted by the U.S. U.S. with it on the near side. This is Boldy. Boldy sending it to Slavin. Slavin's a shot inside. It's going to be deflected away. Sweden now with it on the far circle, connecting with the pass. Again, USA looking to extend their lead as Sweden now with it on the near wall, the USA side, but Boldy works it away. Boldy to Werenski. Werenski with it on the far side. He connects on the pass up the middle, but then he is sandwiched up the middle. I think that's going to be a tripping. Nelson had an opportunity, but two Swedish players colliding, and they're going to give him the trip. So I want to say a power play is about to happen. Let me just double check here. Looks like Hampus Lindholm, 2 minutes for tripping. So the USA with a 5-on-4 opportunity. Go USA. Oh, you know, I appreciate you, Todd, for tuning in. Again, maybe, just maybe, the USA can double their lead. Garth Snow was a USA Olympian. Oh, okay, gotcha. Face-off happening on the far side of the Sweden end, or the Swedish end. Face-off won by the United States. This is Hughes. Quinn Hughes sends a shot inside, and it's deflected away. Eichel now with it, the far circle. He takes a big bump as Sweden trying to poke it loose. Sweden just going to send it to the near corner of the United States, where they will make the USA start over. Again, this is the second power play for the United States today. He sends it to the far side. This is Eichel. Eichel skating inside, and it's going to be taken away by Sweden. Sweden just going to send it again all the way down. 2 minutes to go here in the second period. 1:30 to go in the power play. About a 30-second difference between the game clock and the power play clock. As now Sweden has it poked away. Now the United States with it. Hughes with it. Sends it to the far side. This is Eichel. Eichel sends it inside. It's deflected to the wall. Thompson in the area. He sends it around. This is Hughes. Hughes sends it to the near circle. This is Matthews. Matthews with it. Sends it to Thompson. Kachik, pardon me. Kachik with a shot a little bit wide. This is Eichel. Eichel with it. The far circle. Sends it inside, and it's deflected away. Thompson shot again. Deflected away. Hughes sends it inside, and it's deflected away again. Sweden in front of goal. He's laying down the goalie. And now they're going to whistle it dead with 45 seconds left to go in the power play. 1:16 left to go in the second period. Again, pushing and shoving at the end of that. Again, some opportunities here for the United States. The goalie, Markstrom, was just laying down, and then he finally was able to secure it. He was on his belly, just trying to grab that puck. And again, luckily for him, it did glide into his grasp. Face-off won by the United States. This is Werenski. Werenski sending it to the far side. Back over to Werenski on the near side. He sends it inside, deflected away. This is Hughes. Hughes with it. Sends it to Werenski. Werenski over there to Hughes. Sends it inside, deflected away. Another shot. That's going to be a little bit wide. Kachik sending it out, and it's deflected away by Sweden. Batted down by Werenski. Werenski over there to Boldy. Boldy over there, and it's going to be intercepted. Werenski with it again. Werenski with it on the near side, sending it to Hughes. Hughes with it, racing around the goalie. Near circle, 9 seconds left on the power play. This might be a power play kill for Sweden. He still has it, sending it near side. Going to be deflected away. Gunsel with it, getting a hand or I guess a stick on it. As looks like, yes, that's a power play kill for Sweden. Sweden now intercepting it. They have it now with 20 seconds left. He sends it to the near side. Hellebuck's going to come out and hand it off to Werenski. Werenski with it on the far side. He just slings it ahead. Onside. He's good. Far circle. And has it taken away. 10 seconds left. As the USA trying to reclaim it. But Sweden, no one really has possession. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, no one has it. USA finally have it, but that is going to be the end of the second period. United States 1, Sweden 0, or nil, I should say. Let's see here. So there you go. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Let's go ahead and... Is that good? Yeah. All right, there we go. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, to chat down below. Again, intermission time. Again, I chat with you guys, essentially. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, 30 shots on goal for the United States. 19 for Sweden. Again, the difference of the game is Dylan Larkin. Dylan Larkin with an equal strength goal happening again about, with 9-something left to go on the clock, or maybe 8:57, I guess. Yeah, that's more accurate. Assisted again by Jack Hughes and Quinn Hughes. And again, okay, that's not what I want here. The team statistics. Don't know if you can quite see. Let me go and make me a little bit smaller there. But yeah, 19 saves for the United States, 29 saves for Sweden. Again, 30 shots on goal to 19 to Sweden. Penalty minutes against Sweden's spent 4 minutes in the sin bin. United States has not. Again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel. Again, I'll be calling some more Olympics, of course, tomorrow. Going to be doing the women's semifinal. I can go ahead and make those public. I already made the streams. But, yeah, I'll be doing, again, Switzerland and Sweden in the morning. And that is not the semifinals, the gold and bronze medal matches. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll be doing the bronze medal match in the morning. And then, of course, the gold medal match in, I guess, the mid-after. I don't know. Maybe I think it's right after lunchtime or something. I don't know. But, yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. Again, for tonight's going to be doing Kansas and Oklahoma State. But, again, if you're a sports fan, folks, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel a lot. Again, I cover a lot of football. Football is more of my expertise. Also do a lot of baseball. Baseball as well. That's coming up soon as well. Going to be doing a lot of that. But, yeah, again, thank you guys for tuning in and giving me a chance to call the game for you. Letting the small channel call a game. And that's all I ask for is a chance. Let's see here. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. Got really nothing else. Again, just chilling out for intermission. Again, feel free to chat to him a lot. Sean, by the way, I don't know if you're still here. I don't know if you remember Jack Sawinski of the Pirates. I know you mentioned you gave him the nickname the Polish Power, but he has been designated for assignment. So, unfortunately, no more Polish Power. Really bummed out because that was I don't know, I definitely believed in him. But, yeah, he won't be coming back for 2026. Now, again, he could, I guess, find himself back on the 40-man, in the future, with injuries. Or, I don't know if anyone's going to claim him or not, but kind of bummed out about that. Great play calling. Well, thank you, Todd. I try. Again, I'm not really an expert when it comes to hockey, folks. I'll be straight up honest with you guys. Hockey is very foreign to me. Again, football and baseball are where it's at for me as far as my expertise and knowledge of the game and the players and all that stuff. But I'm trying. I do appreciate the kind words. Then any of the MLB? Oh, you know what, Michael? Again, I'll be doing a lot of MLB this year. Got to do something in between football season. So, football, again, obviously is the king for me. But I'll be doing a lot of MLB. And, yeah, hopefully, again, I see you guys there for some of that. Let's see here. Yeah, again, I don't know. Again, spring training very unlikely. By the way, I don't know if I know I've gotten a lot of requests for that, but I just, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do that. Maybe one. I might do just one, just to yeah, I don't know. Probably not gonna do it though, to be honest. Maybe to test it out. I probably should if I can figure it out. I don't know. Maybe we shall see. Let's see here. Schifrin's gold medal is her first gold medal, or first medal in the Olympics in or since 2014. There's a 12-year gap. That's pretty impressive. Jeez, to be consistently that, wow, that's really impressive, to be honest with you. Here, of course, are the medal counts for, gotta make myself bigger. Bigger is better, I guess. Again, Norway leading the way with 15 golds. They're pretty much going to be the winners of the Winter Olympics. Italy in second. United States currently in third with 7 gold medals. Again, they have 24 total. But, of course, gold is where it's at. France, Netherlands, and Sweden, Germany. Or, pardon me, France, Netherlands, and Sweden with 6 gold medals each. Germany with 5. Same with Austria, Japan, Switzerland. Guess there's been 26 countries that have won a medal. Nice. Nice. Hope Team USA gets 2 quick golds and put this game away. Or 2 goals, yeah. USA women's hockey team will win gold. Probably. I would agree with that. The USA women look really good. They've been pretty much dominant. But I guess you never know. Traveling to Alberta, Canada tomorrow for business. Really hoping for a USA versus Canada matchup. Well, yeah, and the men's, yeah, I think that's very likely. But again, a very, shocking performance against Sweden. They're giving the USA all they can handle. So yeah, if you're Team USA, again, obviously, I'm pulling for the US, of course, but I don't know. They don't seem to be on top of it. But again, they're not playing great. That's another thing. You can look at it this way. They're not playing that great, and yet they're up. So that's also, again, on the flip side of it. They are up despite them not being on their best effort. Again, Sweden looking pretty solid. But I will say this. At the end of the second period there, it did look like the USA was kind of reclaiming control. And they are kind of showing the Canada Czechia thing, and that was pretty crazy stuff. How do you feel about the entire Steelers coaching staff? Like with all the new hires? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know we kept some of the coaches, like 2 or 3 of the coaches. I don't know. We'll really see. I don't really have a opinion on it. I guess we'll have to see how it looks, right, whenever the product's on the field. But I'm not really... Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a solid opinion on anything. I didn't really recognize many of the names, but it's whatever. I don't think you need a big name for every single position, of course. It would have been nice to throw the bag at Mike Munchak for offensive line coach. I don't know what he's doing. He might just be retired. And I don't blame him. Again, he's one of the best offensive line coaches around. He was actually with the Rams 2 years ago, so he might be done. He was an offensive consultant. I forgot, he was the Titans head coach. And yeah, again, he was a great O-line coach. Don't know why in the world we could not retain him. Because as soon as he left in 2018, it was over. The Steelers O-line went downhill. Never recovered. I mean, it's slowly recovering, but still a lot left to be desired there, for sure. But yeah. But again, hopeful. I'm just hopeful. I'm hopeful for the best. I'm hopeful that just the new faces, the new way of doing things will put a jolt in this team, into this team that's, I don't know. Again, we'll see how the roster looks. Maybe it's a complete revamp, and I don't think I'm totally against that at all. James Campen is about as well known as Mike Munchak was. Yeah, no, I heard that. He got a lot of rave reviews, but I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, we'll see how they look on the field, and get this young O-line back in, get them going, get them to reach their potential. 'Cause a lot of potential on that line, but they got to show it on the field. And again, just a lot of hit and miss. Sometimes they come out and they are kicking butt, and then sometimes it's like, man, or most of the time, really, it feels like they're getting ran through. Yeah, that was a rough playoff game. They really, yeah, it was just rough for everybody, though. The entire offense, the defense, everything. It was just no bueno. Again, appreciate you guys for listening in. Appreciate you guys for hanging out. Again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. It is free to do. And, again, I'll be covering, again, multiple Olympic Games tomorrow. Again, the women's hockey, both the bronze medal match and the gold medal match tomorrow. Probably not going to do anything that afternoon or evening, I should say. I might do something on Twitch, but again, I'm not going to really push that right now. Got to get back on Twitch. I've kind of taken a break from Twitch. Don't feel like playing video games for people. But now I kind of do. I'm back into it. Back in the mojo. Who was the better American goalie, Mike Richter or Tom Barrasso? No idea. But again, we're about to look at that website, I guess. I don't know if I can really... Will they have, like, defensive stats? I mean, again, all I really can offer is you know, look at the stats there. Rather than, again, NFL, football, I can kind of just, like, just tell you without looking at the stats. And, again, stats don't tell the whole story anyway. Let's see, 301 and 258. This is Mike Richter. No relation to Andy Richter? I don't know. Andy Richter. Maybe. I don't know. Goals allowed, 2.89. He also played... I don't know why they split up the stats, but they did. No idea. Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. All right, so Mike Richter has his stats, and then we got Tom Barrasso. 2 S's there, yeah. Looks like it's Richter. Richter allowed less goals per game. Richter allowed 2.89. Barrasso, 3.24. Better win-loss record. No, he did not have a better win-loss record. No, yeah. Richter, I think, was better all around. Again, won more, but the goals allowed is really the tell. 2.89. Team USA Figure Skating let us down. That's where we usually get several medals. I see. Interesting. Well, I mean, it is what it is, you know. I don't know. Again, to me, the Winter Olympics, you know, again, I don't know if there's really any diehards for the Winter Olympics. I mean, I'm sure there are, right? But I never really, before this year, before these games that I've done, I've never really watched the Winter Olympics. It's always been the summer. Summer Olympics, to me, have always been, I guess, held to a higher, I don't know. To me, it's just, I don't know, I guess it's better. I don't know if it's better, but I definitely paid attention to it more than I did the winter. So, yeah, I just really don't know much. Again, I know very little about hockey, but again, still learning that, but... Anyway, yeah, so that to me, I wouldn't even know that. Like, I know, wasn't there like Michelle Kwan? Like, that's how far back, like, that's not how far back, but that's my knowledge of figure skating is Michelle Kwan. That is it. I don't think I know anyone else from any other sport in the Winter Olympics, again, other than hockey players. That's really it. Really it. Michelle Kwan. That might not even be her real name, but like her actual name. Might have butchered it or something. Michelle Kwan. I think I only know that because of Arthur, the PBS Kids show. And I don't remember why I would. Don't know if she was a special guest or something. Brian Leach of the Rangers, the greatest American defenseman ever. Yeah, I wouldn't know, but again, I guess I can look at this. American defenseman. I'm trying to think of anybody on the Penguins. I mean, there's Letang, right? Or is Letang not American? Probably isn't. I mean, I guess Letang might not be American again. I don't know. No idea. Guess I could actually look that up. Brian Leach. There's 2 of them. I'm going to assume you're talking about the one from Corpus Christi, Texas. Wow, Corpus Christi, Texas. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know how you can look at... I guess there's offensive stats. He has 1,000 points as a defenseman. Wow, that's pretty cool. I'm actually curious where Letang's from. Peggy Fleming. Peggy Fleming. I would know who that is. That might be a... Letang is Canadian, by the way. But anyway, I'm assuming that she's with the Winter Olympics. Yeah, again, like, I will claim ignorance, and I really don't know much about the Winter Olympics and all that. I'm still kind of learning it. But, same thing with hockey and whatnot. But, again, definitely enjoying hockey. I really, really am liking the sport of hockey. I really regret just not watching it, a lot when I was a kid. But, it wasn't really on. It wasn't on the local channels. But I definitely have enjoyed it. How's it going, Banking? Good to see you. Good to see you, Banking. Appreciate you, man. Some of the skaters like Amber Glenn are floundering under pressure. Yeah, I know. Kevin's going to say Chilios over Leach. Okay. Interesting. Wish there was a Latino, Canadian. Yeah, I fact checked that. Wish there was the Ohio High School Athletic Association had bobsled as a winter sport. It would be cool to have a series of 4 to 5 bobsled. Yeah, I wish high schools just everywhere would have more stuff. I guess, of course, the bigger schools, have that, right? But, again, I'm Pennsylvanian born, but living in Texas, grew up really, since the age of 8 in Texas. But, or even where I live, there's like no soccer. And soccer, I felt like I was pretty good at soccer, but again, didn't have a high school team. So it was all kind of a bummer. And of course, again, I imagine some of the smaller schools up north don't have everything as well. So, kind of a bummer. Sean likes Chilios' call. Put Leach and Chilios in the same level. Scott Stevens. Yeah, again, I wouldn't know, but yeah, you guys, again, feel free to discuss that in the chat. That's awesome. No, you guys talk about that in the chat. Again, it's a good way to connect with other people that are hockey fans, That's always pretty neat. Or just sports fans in general. I think it's fun. I think it's fun to just chat sports. I could talk sports all the day. Really, again, football. Football's my expertise, but again, this is fun as well. I just don't know anything about it. All right, working our way back again. The United States 20 minutes away from moving on to the semifinals. USA going right to left, Sweden left to right. Face-off won by Sweden. Quickly sent down. It's going to be an icing right off the bat. 19:56 left in the third period. Again, and already an icing. 30 shots for the United States. 19 shots on goal for Sweden. So again, the United States have struggled, though. Again, I would say the last 5 to 10 minutes of the second period, the United States finally started locking in, looking like the dominant team. Carlson with it on the far board. He's now taking it down the near side as it's going to go ahead and glide all the way to the near corner. Taken away by Hellebuck. Hellebuck going to get back in net as Sweden now with it on the near side, sending it behind the goalie. Sweden now with it and loses possession. McAvoy sending it up the ice. This is Kachik. Kachik over to Hughes. Hughes on the near side, near wall. He's looking around as trying to find Kachik. Kachik. This is Brady Kachik, by the way. Brady Kachik sends it to Eichel in the near corner. Now the near circle, skating around. Hands it off to Hughes on the near circle. He's skating around, cutting inside. And is going to go to the far circle. Sends a shot, and it's going to be deflected away. Puck's in front of the goal, and it's going to be saved with 19:06 left to go in the third period. Seeing a shot or two there. Going to say just 31 shots for the United States, 19 for Sweden. Eichel and Gunsel right in front of goal. Just couldn't quite seal the deal. All right, face-off won by Sweden there in the far corner. He sends it up to the far wall, and I believe that goes out of play. So, again, a lot of stoppages here, even in the first minutes. Again, 1-0. 31 shots by the United States, 19 by Sweden. Again, this was a lot closer again earlier. Just, again, about 10 minutes to go in the second period. This was back and forth, 0-0. Again, the shots were pretty much even. United States, again, waking up a little bit. Face-off won by the United States, deflected away as that glides into the United States end. No icing. He sends it to the far corner as Matthews is in on the ice. He's looking around. And Sweden now with it, crossing the blue line, near circle and poked away by the U.S. Matthews sending it to Gunsel. Gunsel there on the far side to Boldy. Boldy sends it up to Sweden as there's a broken stick on the ice right in the middle. As Sweden sends it to the near corner. That's going to be an icing with 18:32 left to go in the third period. Sweden is no slouch. They have tradition in this sport at the same level as Finland and Slovakia. Gotcha. And again, they really showed that earlier. They were, again, really just... Oh, my bad. I just realized it's still intermission. See, look at that. Lazy. Lazy me. Gliding into the end is the puck. The U.S. end, of course. USA sending it up. Don't know why it says hashtag third. Goalie's going to come out and get it. He sends it to the far side. That's deflected out of play with 18-18. Unbelievable. This is not a professional. I'm not a professional here. Now I am. 18-18 left to go here in the third. Again, another out of play, another face-off ensuing. A lot of stoppages here in the first few minutes. Face-off won by the Swedes. As the Swedish have it on the far side, sending it up, and they're going to be deflected away. Sweden now with it on the far boards as he sends it around, and Hellebuck going to hand it off there to Sanderson. Sanderson connecting on the far side, but it's taken away by Sweden. Sweden sends it inside, deflected away by Werenski. Werenski poking it loose. Sweden now with it on the near corner. USA with it. Werenski trying to get it loose as Boldy's in on the area. Hughes on offense. Shot's going to be deflected away. Shots just out of nowhere. This is Larkin. Larkin sending it around. Connecting there on the far side. Hughes falling down. As now the Swedes will have it in their own end. 17:37 and counting here in the third. Sweden just holding on to it behind their own goal. He sends it up to the far side, connecting on the middle. Sweden now with an opportunity, but he falls down, but he gets up, and it's poked away by Kachik. It's going to be a tripping. Oh, Kachik, can't believe it. He thought he just got the puck. Kachik pleading his case, but I believe it's going to be a power play regardless, as he's been rendered guilty by the referee. So a power play for Sweden. So, pardon me, that was not Kachik. That was Trocheck. Trocheck with the trip. Wow. So, Trocheck will head to the box, the sin bin, for 2 minutes. And Sweden, again, will have a man advantage. We'll see if they can take advantage. Again, with 17:25 to go in the third. Face-off happening on the far side of the U.S. end. Face-off going to be won, but now it's going to be whistled back, as there might have been an early start. Again, Trocheck into the box. Power play for Sweden. Again, they'll have 2 minutes to take advantage. Eichel's going to be on the face-off for the U.S. As face-off won by the Swedes. Swedes will have it on the far side, far circle. Looking around, sends it inside next to the goalie. He's at the far circle, sending it to the near circle. It gets away, but he does recover, sending it to the near side. Now around the goalie. Sweden has it behind the goalie, sends it to the far circle, connecting at the blue line. Far circle. He's looking around. Again, they're moving left to right, sending it to the far circle again. He's just skating around. 1:30 left to go in the power play. Again, they got to get something going. Trying to find something. Shot from way downtown, deflected away, and the U.S. just sends it all the way back. All the way back. Kachuk. Yeah, Kachuk. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just a Southern. I try to shorten everything. All right, Sweden now with it on the far side, and it's going to be taken away by the United States. Larkin just sending it down to the Swedish goalie. He's just going to hand it off All right, here's Sweden again. 1 minute left to go on the power play. They got to get something going as he sends it to the far side. On the far wall, sends it around, connecting with Raquel. Raquel takes a big hit as the USA Sanderson poking it loose. Larkin trying to fight for his life, and he whacks it free, but Sweden with it on the near corner. USA trying to poke it loose. Sweden with it. Carlson sends it to the far wall. Connecting on the far side. Far circle sends it inside. Back over to Carlson at the blue line. He's looking around. Sends it to the far side. Sends it to the near side. Near circle. And that's going to be deflected away into the near corner. USA trying to get it out of there, but they really can't. Now they kind of do. Sweden now with it in their own end. Crossing center ice. Line change. Sweden now flicking it to the far side. Far corner. Back over to the near side. Carlson sends it to near circle. Sends it to far circle. Deflected out of play with 7 seconds left in the power play. Again, 15:32 left to go in the third. USA leading 1-0. Did you see the U.S. women's hockey team set the Olympic record for the longest consecutive amount of game time without letting up a goal? Oh, wow, yeah. I know they allowed a goal right in the first game, and I think they haven't allowed one since. And of course, they've been scoring like 5 goals with ease. I mean, they're just that good. All right, Sweden with it, winning the faceoff again. 5 seconds left. Shot's going to be just wide. USA going to have a power play kill as he sends it to the near wall. Again, a power play kill successful by the United States as Sweden has it intercepted. USA now with it, a 4-on-3. Sends it to Miller. Sends a shot's going to be deflected wide. USA trying to poke it loose. Miller's in on the action. This is Trocheck. Trocheck, again, the free man after the 2 minutes as he sends it and deflects it into the end of the United States. Hughes with it on the far circle. He cuts inside and is going to go ahead and skate to the near circle. Hughes just kind of chilling with it. Near circle, sends it to the blue line. That was Boldy. And now that pass is deflected away. Back to Hughes, though. Hughes now within the near side. Heavy pressure from Sweden, connecting with Matthews. Matthews sends it to the near corner, where it goes around to the far side. This is Gunsel. Gunsel takes a big hit on the corner. Matthews back within the near side, sending it back over to Gunsel. Gunsel sent it to the far circle. This is Hannafin. Hannafin at the blue line, sends it inside. Boldy with the shot, deflected away. And Sweden, I guess he downed it with his legs behind him. Unbelievable. Unbelievable by Markstrom. I don't know how it just happened. Sends it inside and, yeah, just didn't go all the way through. Wow, I mean, that is just unbelievable. Just the bounce of the puck. 14:24 left to go in the third. Again, United States leading 1-0. 32 shots on goal by the United States. 22 by Sweden. Face-off happening on the Sweden end, and that's going to be won by the United States. Eichel with it. He sends it to Werenski. Werenski sending it to the far side. This is Hughes. Hughes looking around. Hughes to the far circle, sending it. Oh, it's poked away. Poked away by Sweden. A 3-on-2. 3-on-2 for Sweden. As Eichel racing back, making it a 3-on-3. Connecting on the near side. Sends it inside. No one's there. Sweden now with it on the far wall. It looks like they're going to settle down and start over. 14 minutes to go here in the third period. USA leading 1-0 as the puck collides in the US end. Werenski now with it as he gives it up. But now the USA still with it somehow, as now it's going to glide into the Swedish end. 13:43 left to go again. 1-0 USA leading over Sweden. Good to see you, Chance. Appreciate you, man, for tuning in. Doing some Olympic hockey here. Raquel, he sends it inside, but not going to find anyone except the United States. Hughes sending it to Hannafin. Hannafin on the near wall, sending it to the far corner for an icing. 13:24 left to go in the third period. Don't know if we're going to commercial break. Are we? Are we not? No, I don't think we are. Sometimes we are, sometimes we don't. I don't know. It's random. It's completely random. Again, appreciate you guys for listening in. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel a lot. Again, we'll be doing the 2 women's matches tomorrow. And again, tonight, you can feel free to come back for some college basketball. Again, subscribe. It is free to do so. Face-off won by Sweden. Sweden with the far side. Sends it inside next to the goalie. Going to be deflected away. Another shot saved by Hellebuck, as he's just kind of kneeling down It looks like there's a Sweden player that's down. See if I can get you a name. Looks like that's Joel Erikssonek. Number 14 there, Erikssonek. Slow to get up, but now he's skating off the ice. Maybe he's going to stay in. And hockey players are pretty tough. Anthony Rizzo, former Chicago Cub. I don't know where he's at now. I don't know if he's with the Yankees or whatnot. Or maybe he's retired. I have no idea. George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey in attendance. Some other sports stars supporting their fellow countrymen. How much time is left? We have 13:16 left to go in the third period. You cover March Madness. I'll be doing a little bit of that for sure. I'll try to do as much as I can for March Madness. Again, pretty much whatever is... Yeah, no, I'll be doing some March Madness. It looks like we are going to commercial break. I don't know. Maybe we're not, but no game is on right now. But yeah, I'll be doing some March Madness. Whatever's like on the other side of the Pirates games. Pirates games are going to take, priority. And then March Madness. But again, March Madness is going to be throughout the day. So I can do plenty of stuff. And of course, again, I'm not just going to be doing Pirates games as well. I'll be doing other stuff. Other baseball, but mostly Pirates. Just showing a compilation of what's happened here. Again, the United States... Again, leading 1-0. Leading in shots, 32-23. Again, Sweden looking... And they've done a good job. Again, their first, I would say, 30 minutes of the game. They've looked really good. Last 10 minutes of the second period, not so much, but looking a little bit more even here. Maybe even, again, Sweden kind of taking advantage. Or not taking advantage, but again, looking, a little bit more offensive, aggressive here in the third period. Again, they have to be. Plenty of time for USA to get another goal. Oh, yeah, for sure. But same thing for Sweden. Now, face-off here on the far circle. Going to be won by the United States. USA with on the far side. McAvoy and Sweden. Again, kind of a little scrum there on the far side, far wall. Bunched up, deflected away by Sweden. Sweden now with it at the near blue line. Carlson sends it inside, deflected away, and taken away. This is Miller. Miller racing down the near side. He's trying to find somebody as he falls down, and it's taken away by Sweden. Sweden now on the attack, crossing center ice, and oh, what a big hit. As Hughes now with it, McAvoy delivering the hit. McAvoy sending it to the far side. Oh, Sweden with an opportunity. Oh, and he just swung and missed. Looking like the Pittsburgh Pirates out there. Unbelievable. He had an open opportunity on the far circle. No one was around him. Sweden now with it, 12:30 to go here in the third. As he flicks it ahead to Hellebuck, he just sends it out to the far side. USA now with it again. This is Boldy. Boldy sending it to the far side. Boldy with it again, but taken away. Sweden now with it on the near wall. He sends it to the near circle. Looking around, gliding behind the goal. He sends it. No, he keeps it. Far circle. Sends a shot inside from the blue line. Going to be deflected wide. Sweden with it again. He's looking around, sends it to the near circle, sends it inside. Oh, and he forgot the puck, but Sweden winning it back. Sweden sends it inside to the near corner. USA gonna poke it around as Gunsel trying to get a hand on it, but it's Boldy with it. Boldy loses possession as Sweden now crossing center ice, sending it to the near circle. Hellebuck trying to stop it, could not, as it goes behind him. Sanderson sending it to the far side. And now sending it over to the Sweden end. 11:30 to go here in the third period. Again, 1-0 United States. Sweden with it on the near circle. Sends it inside, deflected away. Good defense by the U.S. as Sweden's been on the attack for the last 2 or 3 minutes. Sweden now with it behind their own goalie. He sends it above, intercepted by the United States as they have it in their own end. Werenski sending it up, and Kachik is going to be whistled. Or no, they're not. So they blew the whistle, but nothing happened. That was interesting. 11 minutes to go here in the third period. USA have it at the blue line. He sends it to the near side. Werenski with it. Shot's going to be deflected away. Eichel sends it back to Werenski. Werenski over there to Hughes. Hughes looking around, trying to find somebody. Finds the other Hughes. Hughes with it at the near circle. He's deking around. Gliding behind the goalie. It's deflected into the air. Near side, near circle. Hughes with it, the blue line. Sending it to the far side. Werenski to the far circle. Werenski with it again. The point. He sends it in. Going to be deflected away. As Sweden with an opportunity. Sweden now with it crossing center ice. And they're just going to deflect it into the United States end with 10:25 to go in the third period. Here is the United States. USA with it. Hughes bouncing it off the near wall. Connecting with the other Hughes. As now, Sweden with it. Sweden with it, and it's going to be lost to Thompson. Thompson sending it to the far side, far circle of their own end. He sends it up, and it's going to go back into the Sweden end. Going to go ahead and slow it down here because they're going to slow it down. 10 minutes to go here, third period. Again, 1-0. USA leading Sweden. Sweden now racing down, crossing the blue line, near circle. Sends it inside, deflected away by Hellebuck. Sends it inside, and no one is there. As Sweden now with it in their own end, near circle, now the far circle. Some line changes for both Sweden and the United States. Sweden now racing down, sends it to the far wall, deflected away. Boldy now with it on the far wall. He gets crunched as the puck glides into the middle and taken away by Sweden. Sweden now with it at the blue line. He's cutting inside, far circle. Shot is deflected away to the near wall. Gunsel now with it. He evades a big hit. Gunsel near circle, sends it inside. Matthews couldn't find it. Matthews with it, though, on the far wall. Matthews, far circle, cutting back behind him, sending it to Faber. Faber sends it inside, deflected away. Sanderson now with it at the near side, near wall. Now the near circle, sends it inside, deflected, and saved by Markstrom with 8:58 left to go in the third period. 33 shots on goal for the United States, 25 for Sweden. We might be going to commercial break. Yeah, we are. Commercial break, 8:58 left to go in the third period. Again, United States leading 1-0. Let's see here. Did you see Crosby was injured in today's game? Lower body. Oh, no. Cano be. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the Penguins. That's not good. Well, dang. Hopefully he'll be okay. Hopefully he's back for the Penguins. Again, feel free to chat down below, folks, especially, again, during timeouts or whatnot. Again, usually I get to the chat almost immediately. Again, football, you get 10 seconds of action, then you go back to the chat. Baseball, you see the pitch, then you go to the chat. Hockey, can't really do that. So, again, I try to get to the chat as often as I can. Again, appreciate you guys for listening in and letting the small channel call a game. Again, all I ask for is a chance. And hopefully you've enjoyed the play-by-play, despite, of course, again, my lack of knowledge of hockey. But, again, I really enjoy hockey. Really starting to kind of slowly enjoy the game and really fall in love with the game. It's really fun. It's a really fun game. But, again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel. Again, it is free to subscribe, folks. And, again, I'll be back on tonight for some college basketball. Kansas taking on Oklahoma State. That's happening at 9 Eastern Time, 8 Central. Again, you know, if it's too late, I totally understand. But we're going to call another game. Again, we're going to really try to ramp it up. I've been getting a little bit lazier, I guess, with one stream a day. Used to do, again, multiple streams, but after football ended, I don't know, I guess this was a little tiring. It's great to have NHL players in the Olympics. Still affects the... yeah, no, for sure. Exactly. Sweden winning the faceoff here. 8:55 to go as he sends it up the ice, sending it to the far side. Sweden with the opportunity. Shot's going to be deflected away by Hellebuck. Good save. Sweden now with it on the near side. Carlson trying to whack it free, but Katchik's there as he sends it to the near side. This is Sweden. Sweden now with it. Carlson on the near circle as he cuts around, kind of hesitating now. He's going to take off the ice. He's going to go on the near wall. Sends it to the near side. Near corner around. USA with it on the far corner. McAvoy. He sends it around. No, it's deflected away. Gunsel now with it on the far circle. Far circle of their own end. Matthews sends it to Hughes. Hughes looking around. Sends it to the near wall where it's going to be taken away. Sweden now with it on the far side, far circle. He's skating around behind the U.S. goalie, but he loses possession. Matthews with it. He sends it to the near side. This is Hughes. Hughes with it. He sends it around, deflected away. There's a little bit of a scrum. Now it's poked free. Poked free by Matthews. Matthews with the near side. This is Thompson. Thompson skating inside, and it's taken away by Sweden. Sweden now with it on the near corner. This is, I think, Dahlin or something. I'm not too sure, but Sweden with it behind their own goalie, and 7:40 left to go. Sweden with it on the far side, crossing center ice, crossing the blue line, and he sends it around, connecting on the near side. This is Slavin. Slavin sends it to the Swedish end. Sweden now with it, crossing center ice, as there's a race for it. Faber will win, using his body to win, and now Faber gets out-muscled. Oh, Sweden in front of the goal, and they don't get a shot off. Oh, another opportunity for Sweden, but they just couldn't finish the play. Sweden now with it on the near corner. He sends it to the far corner. This is Slavin. Slavin with it, or I think, I don't know. Slavin sending it up, and I believe this is going to be Trocheck. Trocheck sends it around, going to be intercepted by Sweden. Sweden now with it on the far side, as Sanderson gets it and sends it to the Swedish end, to the far corner. And going to be a big collision there. Sweden falling down. Sweden now within the far corner, sends it inside. Sweden making their way up the ice, crossing center ice, crossing the blue line, sends a shot well wide. Hellebuck just gets it out of there, as now he sends it above. Sweden couldn't handle it, but they recover, having it in the near end. Looks like they're going to settle down for a sec. 6:30 to go here again. 1-0 United States leading over Sweden, as United States poking it loose and sending it to the goalie of Sweden. Sweden now with it again on the near wall, setting it up the ice, as Hughes and McAvoy in on the defense. McAvoy with it on the far side, and it's poked loose, but Hughes is there. Hughes just setting it free. USA now with it in the near corner. He sends it behind the goalie. Hughes to McAvoy. McAvoy up the far wall to Kachik. Kachik with it on the far side. Far circle. Kachik. Kachik sending it inside. Slams it to the near corner. Shot was well wide, as Sweden just trying to get it out of there, and they do. Sending it to the United States far corner, where there's a big collision. United States now with it on the far side, but taken away by Sweden. Sweden now with it on the far wall, intercepted by Faber. Faber sending it to the far corner, where it's going to be an icing call with 5:32 left to go in the third period. Again, 33 shots for the United States, 26 for Sweden. Pretty close game. It's been a pretty close game. JJ Star pulling for Sweden. Appreciate you, man, for tuning in. Sweden again. I don't know if you're Swedish or whatnot, but definitely should be proud of how Sweden's playing. But thinking the USA is going to hang on here. They should. Face-off happening on the far corner. Going to be won by Sweden. Sweden with it at the blue line. Now to the near side. Carlson with it. He sends it to the middle. Sends it to the far circle. Sends a shot. Going to be deflected away. And there's a scrum in front of the goalie. But Hellebuck just going to down it again. A lot of collision there. Just, again, people on the ground. I believe that's Faber on the ground for the United States. Another Swedish player on the ground as well. And we're approaching the end of this one again. Thank you guys for tuning in. Another face-off. Well, maybe not. Maybe a little bit of a break here. They're showing off a old game. 2006 Sweden-US. Sounds like Sweden has outplayed the U.S. this period. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that as well. All right. I think we're coming back to it again. 1-0 U.S. leading over Sweden. Holding on. Again, the USA didn't really get it going until the end of the second period. About 10 minutes left to go in the second period. USA started to come together. But really, yeah, again, I kind of agree, Banking. I think Sweden has looked much better here in the third period than the United States. So really, Sweden's outplayed them. As far as longer, again, more shots for the United States, but really a lot of that came at the end of the second period. Again, it was pretty much neck and neck as far as shots prior to that. Teams reseeded after the quarterfinals. Again, the Canada will take on Finland, most likely. If the U.S. wins, they will take on Slovakia. If Sweden were to win this, then Canada takes on Sweden, and Slovakia and Finland will take on each other. But looking like the U.S., if this result holds, they'll take on Slovakia. I thought we were working our way back to action, but apparently we're not, so I apologize, folks. USA need another goal. They do. They do. Showing the fans, not showing the game, of course. Again, appreciate you guys for putting up with me. I do appreciate it. Did you know that Czechia today on their 3 of the goal had 6 players on the ice and the ref didn't catch it? Really? I didn't know that. That's crazy. Wow. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. All right, face-off won by the United States. United States with it on the far wall as he deflects it out of play. So after all that, we get another stoppage of play with 5:16 left to go. That is pretty crazy, JJ. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't even know about the Czechia thing. I was listening to another guy. He was commentating or broadcasting Finland, Switzerland. Then I find out that Czechia was up. I'm like, what the heck's going on? Anyway, looks like we're back in action here. Sweden now with it as they're in their own end. Carlson circling his own goalie. Carlson now with it on the near corner. He sends it to the far side. Sweden kind of resetting here. 5 minutes to go. He almost lost the puck. No one was really in his vicinity. Sweden now with it on the near wall. He sends it above to the near corner where Faber will beat him. Faber sends it above. And Kachik, Brady Kachik with it. Down the near side. He sends it around. And going to be claimed by Sweden on the near corner. And now taken away by the United States. United States with the far circle. He sends it behind the goalie. But they lose possession. Sweden with it in the near corner as it's deflected away by the United States. United States trying to poke it loose. And it kind of comes loose here, but it goes to Markstrom for Sweden. Markstrom, the goalie, he comes out and gets it. Hands it off to Sweden. Sweden with it as we're just over 4 minutes to go here. Again, 1-0 is your score. Sweden with it on the far corner, far circle. He's looking around. Take it away. Take it away by, I believe that's Boldy, but taken back by Sweden. Sweden now with it on the far side, sending it around to the corner, but taken away by Hellebuck. Hellebuck coming out and getting it as Sweden losing possession now. United States with a Gunsel just flicks it ahead to the far corner where there's a light collision. Sweden now with it in the far side, sending it to the near side. This is Raymond again. A lot of people like that guy. As Sweden now with it on the far circle, skating inside and deflected away. Shot's going to be deflected out of, no, not out of play, off high off the glass. As the puck settles down, Sweden with it in the far corner. Sends it to the blue line, sending it to the near blue line. Carlson sends it inside, deflected away. Sweden trying to claim it. No, Nelson with it on the near wall. He sends it up to Miller. Miller takes a big collision, a big hit there on the near corner of Sweden. Carlson looking around, trying to get the puck, but no, he won't get the pass. 3:16 and counting again. United States leading 1-0 over Sweden. 33 shots for the United States. 28 shots for Sweden. Sweden with it, crossing the blue line. Sends it around, going to connect on the near corner. Sweden with it, but the United States trying to poke it loose. United States, again, haven't really had the puck much the last 7 or 8 minutes. As the USA losing possession again. They had it for a moment, taken away by Sweden. Sweden crossing center ice. Sweden with it on the far side. Cutting inside, and it's poked away by Kachik. And now there's a big collision. Sweden player on the ground. He's slow to get up. Shots deflected wide by Hellebuck. What a heck of a play by Hellebuck. Sweden now losing possession. Kachik with it for the moment, but taken away by Dahlin and the Swedish. Swedish now with it on the near side. He's looking around, sending it back into their own end. Sweden with it on the near circle. Again, 2:10 and counting. Sweden deflecting it into the United States end, but the USA will have it. This is Hughes. Hughes sending it to the far side as it's deflected away by Sweden. Sweden now with it. Intercepted by the United States. Gunsel's there. He sends it to the near corner, but it looks like Markstrom's going to come out and hold it for Carlson. Carlson with it. Has US even got a shot? No, they have. It's just been a while. Sweden with it. 1:45 and counting. He sends it around the U.S. goalie. Connecting on the far side, the far corner. USA have it, but it's taken away by Sweden. Sweden now with it, the blue line. He's looking around, skating to the near side. Skating to the near circle. Sent to far circle. Shot! Goal! Goal for Sweden! Oh my goodness, Sweden! The barrage of attacks! Unbelievable! Sweden has tied it up with 1:31 remaining. Unbelievable! Goal by Mika Zibanejad, assisted by Lucas Raymond and Gabriel Landeskog. Unbelievable. Again, Sweden just dominating the third period, and they finally break through. Wow, wow, wow. Let's see. You watch hockey for 63 years. Yeah, it's a great game. It's a great game. Unfortunate that the U.S. are struggling. Very unfortunate. USA, appreciate you, Vince, for tuning in. No way. There is a way. Now the USA, again, we might be going to overtime. As now Sweden with it on the far side. Deflected away into the United States end. 1:15 and counting. It looks like that's going to be an icing. So not counting. 1:15 is where it's going to stop again. Did they pull the goal? They pulled them at the very end. Sweden, I think, pulled them as the goal was happening. Because I saw the empty net graphic. It started up like as soon as like the goal went in. So that was pretty late. But yeah. It did say extra attacker, but again, I think that was happening as it all went down. Face-off won by the United States. Sends a shot. It's going to be deflected away. Kachik sending it inside off the near side. Another shot going to be deflected away. Sweden now racing down the near wall. Poked away by the United States. This is Eichel. Eichel now with it. He sends it to the far circle. Now to the near circle. Faber. Faber sends it up the ice, but it's going to be deflected away by Sweden. Markstrom's just going to send it out. Send it out there to the far wall. Intercepted by the United States. And this is Sanderson. Sanderson trying to find... No, pardon me, that's not Sanderson. Who is that? I don't even know. But I can tell you this. Kachik with it. Sends a shot. It's going to be deflected away. Out of play with 40 seconds to go in the third period. JJ liking it. Vince, how's it going? Vince, good to see you. REI is not liking the situation. And I don't blame you. Not liking it myself. 40 seconds away, unless one of these teams breaks the tie. We're going to overtime. We're getting more hockey again. 34 shots for the United States, 29 for Sweden. But Sweden has really just dominated this third period. Face-off won by the United States. But Sweden now winning it again. They're on the near side. Crossing center ice. 3-on-3. He's just going to flick it ahead. As Hellebuck's just going to hold it down for McAvoy. McAvoy with it. He sends it to Boldy. Boldy loses possession, reclaims it with 25 seconds. He just sends it to the near side. Goalie trying to get it loose. He does. He sends it out. A little bit of a pile. McAvoy with a shot. Oh, what a shot, but off the mark. Werenski with the shot. Going to be a little bit wide. 13 seconds left. 10 seconds. USA has it with 8 seconds left in their own end. One last desperate opportunity for the United States as it's poked away. 3 seconds. 2, 1. We are going to overtime, folks. We are going to overtime. 1-1 is your score. As unbelievable stuff here. Jeez Louise. Yep, another great finish to a great game. Yep. You're late. No, you're good. Hey, no, you gotta pay the bills. I totally get it. 50 degrees in Cleveland. Nice. That is just unbelievable. Let's go ahead and switch screens here. I have to make my screen, my face a little bit smaller. There you go. Again, here are the statistics of this game as a total. Again, 34 shots on goal for the United States, 29 for Sweden. Again, power play about the same. But, of course, the third period dominated by Sweden. Sweden with 10 shots on goal. United States only with 4, and all that really happened at the, again, either the earlier or just at the very end there. Just absolute domination by Sweden. In the second period, dominated by the United States. First period was pretty much even. So this has been a tale of, well, again, usually in football we say 2 halves, but we could say a tale of 3 periods. And of course, again, we have overtime. So we actually will be divided up into quarters. Look at that. Look at that. That's not right. Okay, there we go. Choke, yeah, possibly all momentum on Sweden side. Yeah, love hockey like this. Yeah, looking pretty good. Missed a lot. Yeah, hopefully the Swedes don't complete the comeback. But, man, it is not looking good for the United States. At least there's parity. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, no. I mean, in most sports. I forgot what we were talking about. But, yeah, it was like women's March Madness. It's like same thing. You can pick chalk. You pick like the better seed, and in the March Madness, they're going to win usually. You just pick a chalk bracket, and you will be in the top percentile. But yeah, in the men's game, definitely a lot of. Again, we saw Canada. Canada was on the brink of elimination. They of course came back to tie to go into overtime, and of course in the first few minutes of overtime, they ended up winning. So they ended that game. But yeah, Czechia, of course, gave them all they can handle. Sweden looking to do that and possibly more. Now, that would be a heartbreaker. Let's play aggressive. Yep. USA need to win. Yep, elimination. Looks like we're about ready for overtime, folks. Yeah, it's a little bit off. I don't know. It's just the way it works. Oh, well. All right. Face-off won by the Swedes. Again, 3-on-3. 10-minute overtime. Sweden now with it on the near side as he starts making his way up the ice. He's going to the far side, crossing the blue line, far circle. Hughes in on defense. Sends it to the near side. Now going to the far side, trying to poke it away, but could not. Sweden with it in their own end, sending it to the near side. Sweden, near circle. He's skating around. Not as much action here as he's skating around. Oh, he's got an opportunity at far circle, and he's slipping and sliding, and it's taken away by the United States. The USA with it, 2-on-2. USA holding off to Gunsel. Gunsel sends a shot, and it's saved with 9:12 left to go in overtime. Man, oh man, again, you couldn't be any more dramatic, folks. I feel bad. I said this game would end probably 5:30 Eastern time. No, yeah, well, it was close. I was close, just didn't happen. Not quite. All right. We got a face-off there on the far side of the Sweden end. This is Trocheck. Trocheck in on the face-off. Won by the United States. Sending it back to Werenski. Werenski kind of skating into his own end. Gliding into his own end. Another change there for the United States. Werenski taking it down the near side. Near circle. Sends it back. Sends it inside. Matthews with the shot. It's deflected away. Sweden now with it, but they're going to slow down into their own end. Sending it to the far side. Far circle. Looking around. Now to the near side. This is Carlson. Carlson for the Swedes. Near circle for the U.S. And, oh, Sweden falls down, but they couldn't quite. USA couldn't quite take advantage. Sweden with it on the far side. Circling around. The goalie. Near circle. Hands it off near circle. He's going to cut around. Again, 8:30 to go here in overtime. Sweden just going to start it over. Another change there for the Swedes. A.J. Brown is staying in at Philadelphia. I don't know. I know he wants the ball a lot. All right, again, Sweden still chilling in their own end. Near circle, now to the far circle. Now they're going to make their way up. Here come the Swedes on the attack. Far circle, skating around, gliding behind the goalie. Sends it behind the goalie. Near circle, and it's going to be, okay, Sweden still with it, far circle, poked away by Larkin. Larkin with the USA, it's a 3-on-2. 3-on-2 for the U.S. Can they take advantage? Sending it to the far side to Hughes. Hughes with a shot, and it's saved with 7:48 left to go in overtime. There never seems to be a shortage of teams with red, white, and blue. That seems to be the most common color, yeah, with countries. 65-40, nice. Appreciate you guys, that is awesome. Continues overtime till someone scores. I don't know. I know it's like, again, like first score to win, but yeah, I wouldn't know. Maybe we'll find out. Of course, that'll put us on the edge of our seats. All right, Larkin in with the face-off on the near side. Again, 7:48 left to go here in overtime. Again, I guess we'll find out if we go to a shootout or not after this. Larkin wins it. Hughes with it on the far side. Pardon me. Hughes with it, far circle. Sends it to Eichel. Eichel with the shot's deflected wide. Good shot by Eichel. Eichel trying to win it back. He does. Near side poked away, but Eichel reclaims it at the blue line. He's looking around. Eichel hands it off to Hughes. This is Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes with it. Quinn Hughes cutting inside of the near circle. Cutting inside again. Sends a shot, and it's saved by Markstrom, who just glides away with 7:20 left to go in overtime. Swede goalie. Shootout after overtime. Gotcha. Okay, appreciate you guys. Again, just not sure if the rules will be any different from NHL or not. I know in NHL, I think it's 5, right? 5 minutes, and here it's 10. 39 shots for the United States, 29 for the Swedes. But, of course, again, it's 1-1 on the scoreboard. And sudden death. Sudden death, folks. All right, Sweden winning the faceoff there on the near side of their own end. Carlson with it. He's going to just glide back. Might have a change here for Sweden. Far circle. He's going out, sending it to the far side. Here's Raymond. Again, everybody loves this guy. Again, he had an assist earlier. Raymond sent it near side, and the shot is terrible. Man, not good. Sweden losing possession. USA with it. I don't think I've ever criticized a player like that before on the channel, but here we are. Boldy with it on the near side. He's looking around. Boldy is just going to glide into his own end. This is Hughes. Hughes cutting and crossing center ice. Hughes with it at the near circle. Sending it to Boldy. Boldy with it. Sending it to Hughes. Hughes gliding to the blue line. At the point. Hughes with the shot. Goal! Oh, Quinn Hughes! With the game winner with 6. This is my player of the game, folks. He's just too good. Played a great game on defense. And there he is. Winning it on offense. Quinn Hughes, your hero, and that will push the United States into the semifinals. USA, the Sweden, again, you have to, tip your cap to Sweden. They played their butts off. They really did, folks. I mean, this is as unbelievable. Again, Quinn Hughes assisted by Matt Boldy and Austin Matthews. But, I mean, I'm telling you, that was a great game against Sweden, playing their butts off, folks. Again, 40 total shots for the United States, 29 for Sweden. There you go. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. What a game. USA goal. Yep. Beautiful work. USA. Man, that was really scary. So again, we don't really have it official, but again, if we are going off what they showed us earlier, it should be Canada versus Finland, and then the United States taking on Slovakia. That's what I want to say. That is what I think. And if not, then it would be the USA taking on Finland and Canada, Slovakia. But I think it's USA versus Slovakia. Goal. Knew it was going to be tough. Yeah, it was. It was. USA goal. Thank you for the show. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you for tuning in. USA again. I think it's Slovakia. Men's competition much more competitive than the women's. Oh, yeah, not even close. Not even close. USA go for the goal. They are. Everyone else is alive against Slovakia, Finland, Canada, US have a shot at the goal. Again, all of them have a shot at a medal. Great finish. Congrats. Yeah, no, appreciate it. Appreciate it, JJ. Thank you again. Appreciate it. Thank you another day. Oh, yeah, no, it was fun. This was fun. This was a great game. This was probably the best game, the most competitive hockey game I've covered. This was really fun. I enjoyed it. Again, make sure, folks, to like and subscribe. Again, I'll be on tomorrow for both the women's medal matches. Bronze medal match in the morning. That will be happening really early in the morning. Kind of show you here again. Switzerland, Sweden tomorrow for the bronze medal, and then the U.S. Canada happening. So, yeah, USA. All right, so here you go. Well, I can't really show that. But the USA will take on Slovakia Friday at 3:10 Eastern Time. Canada will take on Finland Friday at 10:40 Eastern Time. Again, I should be on the call for both those games. So there you go. You want some hockey on the channel? I got you covered. 2 games for the next 4 days. And, of course, again, I'll be doing basketball tonight. Kansas versus Oklahoma State. So, again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Going to go ahead and already switch this over. Because why not? And I will catch you guys in the next one. Again, like and subscribe. It is free to do so. It is completely free. And, again, if you like other sports, again, I do a lot of football. Of course, football is over. I'll be doing a lot of baseball. And, again, I will be doing a lot of college basketball as March Madness is approaching. But, yeah, thank you. By the way, Sweden has 2 gold in hockey. You got 0. Okay. I don't got nothing, Kevin. I got nothing. All I know is the USA just beat Sweden today. That's all I know. That's all I know. Great broadcast. Appreciate it. USA playing. They can't. Yeah, you're right. College hoops. Yep. And I will. The way USA been playing, I don't see them beat Canada. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they do, but, you know, they're moving on. All they need to do is win. All you need to do is win by 1. So, but yeah, I will catch you guys later. You guys all have a great rest of your day. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Again, United States 2, Sweden 1. Like and subscribe for more play-by-play on the Dr. Delay Network. See ya in a few hours. Peace.